Kicking it at the crib on another Monday. What's going on, y'all? Here we go again. Monday Night Raw is here. We are 1 minute away from showtime, and I'm back again to see what's going to happen. This is the go-home show to Saudi Arabia, which sucks. Undertaker's booked for the show, and apparently Brock Lesnar is going to cash in his Money in the Bank contract tonight against Seth Rollins, which I think it's fair to say that we all have our doubts. All right, I'm sounding good. Realize if I plug my headphones in, I can hear myself. All right, we're looking good over there. What's up, y'all? Almost 100 people in here already. How you doing? Go down and say hello to everybody. False flagging, I don't know. It's never been a problem for me. What's going on, guys? Raph and Jesse Costanza, old Sammy, Alexis, Arcade, Down Ice. A lot of names that I recognize from most of these streams. So yeah, what do y'all think we're going to see tonight? I put up a Twitter poll. As soon as WWE and Paul Heyman announced that they were going to be cashing in the Money in the Bank, I put up a poll to see if you guys thought it was actually going to happen. If I can find the poll. It was... Oh, man. I thought there was more votes on that. Okay, only 300 votes, so not a big deal. But 86% feel that no cash-in at all is going to happen. 8% feel like there's going to be a successful cash-in. 6% feel there's going to be an unsuccessful cash-in. But most of us feel like this is just a tease. Brock said himself that he is excited, or he looked excited about the fact that he's got a full year to cash this thing in. Why he would turn around and cash it in the next week is beyond me. Stephanie McMahon also tweeted out a video that was stupid, saying that Brock and Heyman are in trouble for simply acting like every single Money in the Bank briefcase holder before them, teasing a cash-in, toying with the fans and the champion, letting them know that they can cash in at any time. All they were doing was what everybody else does, and Stephanie releases some stupid-ass video like, you know, we don't condone this behavior. Get the fuck out of here. It makes no damn sense at all. And it's stupid. And so I just have my doubts about this whole cash-in tonight. Unless WWE is deciding they're freaking out, they want to do a title switch, but they don't want to do it in Saudi Arabia, so they're going to do it here. Otherwise, I think Brock hangs on to this briefcase for a while. And I'm hoping we don't see any title changes or anything at all on Friday in Saudi Arabia. Which we'll talk about that show as we go through here. University of Texas. Who's kicking off the show? Roman. Nice. SmackDown guy opening up Raw. What a joke this brand split is, you know? They're going to open with him? I like that some people have been keeping tallies of how many people are showing up on each show for this wild card bullshit. They haven't adhered to the rule since the minute that it was announced by Vince. Very stupid. I mean, all these people that are convinced that it's a ratings ploy, what are you going to say if they surprise us here and do one? I think the fans just really want it to be a ratings ploy because they want to think the worst of WWE, and I'm actually inclined to agree with you. But I love that so many people are so certain. I'm like, WWE is definitely capable of hitting a panic button and doing something crazy. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling a title change tonight, but I'm not 1,000,000% convinced there's not going to be one. And besides, I don't want to see one. You know, like I don't want Brock to really win back the belt. I don't think he's the answer to anything. I like Brock, but him being champion and sitting at home and defending that belt 5 times a year is not the answer to any of WWE's issues currently right now. In my opinion. What's going on, Evan? Ratnick, Austin, Chris, Cruz, Bubba. All y'all. How many people we got in here? All right, 140. They're fucking teasing it. Or they're advertising it here. Breaking news. Brock cashes in tonight. Yeah, with the Stephanie tie-in and Brock being in trouble, something's going to cancel out here, and they're not going to do the cash-in. Now we got the camera waiting for Brock backstage. Hey, look at that. Did you see that look that Roman gave the screen? You think Roman has anything to do with this later on? I mean, Roman might come out and help Seth or something. I don't know. I mean, he looked up at the screen with Brock, you know, being waited for in the garage. He kind of shook his head. I don't know. I have no idea where the fucking head's at. I'm very, very mentally only half-ass paying attention to WWE right now in the past couple of weeks because I know all they're doing is just the promotion for the Saudi show, which I'm not even going to watch. If I was home, I'd probably eyeball it and live tweet, but I actually have to work in the morning on Friday while it's airing, so I'm not even gonna see it. I'll read the results. I'll take a look at some clips. If there's a title change, I'll take a look at that. I'll come up and do a video, maybe even a live stream over the weekend, but no sort of review or anything like that. I'm actually glad I have to work. That way I'm not tempted to watch it. Alright, Shane's got to do his introduction here. Jerk off. Brock versus Roman for the contract. I don't know. I don't actually like when the contract is on the line. I think the briefcase holder should be the briefcase holder. The couple times that it's switched like that, I haven't liked it. And I don't like matches for the briefcase. It's kind of like the Royal Rumble, same thing. I think if you win the Royal Rumble, you are fucking going to WrestleMania. You shouldn't have to defend that right. And they've done that a bunch of times too. Shane, shut up. I would love for Brock Lesnar to cash in his briefcase on the 24/7 title. Ain't nobody beating him for that. And he can hold that belt hostage at his house. I do have the network on my phone, but I still won't be. I won't be able to really watch that when I'm working. I watch a lot of WWE shit in my car. I watch SmackDown a lot when I'm driving to work. Is this really the promo they wanted to start with tonight? Shane and Roman? Shane's annoying as shit now. Roman's Roman. Hi, Weezy, how's it going? 200 folks up in here. Welcome, everyone. Oh, Stomping Grounds is in 2 weeks? What's going on? I'm so lost. Jesus. Is Stomping Ground on Father's Day? Oh shit. That's gonna be tight for me. I don't like your attitude. What is the Saudi Arabia match anyway? Is it Roman and Shane, or is it like a handicap? Or is Elias involved? I don't think Elias is involved. Alright, so Shane's got him at Showdown, Drew's got him at Stomping Grounds. Why are we doing Drew and Roman again? If Drew's not going to beat Roman, I don't want to see this match because Roman's already beaten him. That was a WrestleMania match, you know? Like, unless you're going to give Drew a nod here, put a feather in his cap, have him beat a guy like Roman, don't even do the fucking match. I feel like just slipping away with Drew. I just felt like he was the man. What's going on, Nathan? Thanks for the super chat, brother. Don't care about Shane Roman. It's predictable. Yeah, it kind of is. What are the Revival doing out here? Oh, that's right. The Usos are teaming up with Roman tonight, right? Now, this is an alliance that I would like to see stick. You know, the Usos and Roman were kind of homies back in, like, what, 2015 when Roman won the belt, and the Usos had that more colorful of a look. But now that they're kind of badasses wearing the black, I think now that Dean's gone, you put the three of these together on a relatively routine basis. I would love that. Maybe get Lance involved. We just saw him on TV a couple weeks ago, or last week, or whatever. Like, maybe, I mean, they're pretty badass looking dudes, you know? Maybe make, like, a new Shield, led by Roman, with his Samoan brothers and shit, you know? But likely, this is probably just a temporary alliance here. But I'd be open to that. Mike Witt, thanks for the super chat, brother. You are the best. Hey, Greg, maybe Brock will cash in on R-Truth. I said the same thing, actually. Saudi Arabia show looks terrible, by the way. Why isn't Miz even on the show? I didn't even realize. I haven't even taken a look at the final card. It's ironic, too. It worked out perfectly. I actually have to work on Friday. Basically during the exact hours that the Saudi show is going to be on here for me in California. So luckily, I'm just going to read the results, and if anything crazy happens, I'll catch the clips online. Otherwise, fuck it. And I've got plans that Friday night after, so I won't be doing any review or any sort of video on anything that took place there until the very earliest on Saturday, and that's only if something crazy happens. But if it's just a glorified house show and there's no title changes and nothing really happens at all, I'm probably not going to talk about it. We'll hold off and wait until next Monday during the stream. Got a new This Day in History coming up on the 7th, whatever day that is. Today's the 3rd. Friday, I guess. That's coming. I don't think they're going to have Renee shave anybody's back. She'll be out the door. I can't remember. I want to say for me here, it airs at 11 a.m. I think. But I've only... That was when I first looked at it, so I don't even fucking know. But I want to say it's like 11 a.m. Oh, I know they're family, Antoine, but I'm saying, like, on TV, they were like homies. They had each other's backs, you know, but then that was during that time there. I remember when Roman won the belt and they held him up on his shoulders, on their shoulders and everything. I loved that. And now I think they even match up better because Usos have the new look and sort of the new attitude, you know, when they kind of turned heel like that and did the more, like, shit-talking gimmick. I like it. I think they pair well with Roman. Roman needs that, you know. Everybody complains about Roman's, you know, Roman's promos. And, you know, they're too scripted and they're lame and, you know, all that. You put them with the Usos and let them do, like, a good amount of talking. Not all of it, but let them talk a lot. That can help Roman. Nobody's really going to boo the Usos. They're good. No, I don't think Renee is going anywhere, despite what Dean Ambrose is saying in the podcast and stuff. I don't think he's being malicious or evil or hateful or spiteful or anything towards WWE. I think he's just telling it like it is and telling the stories of shit that he dealt with. And I'm sure it's not pleasing everybody in WWE, but I'm really not on the bandwagon that Renee's in any danger. I've only listened to a clip of the Wade Keller interview. And I don't know why. That's all I've... Like, Dean's been doing a bunch of interviews and shit, so I'm like, oh, which one do I listen to first? But a lot of people have been mentioning to the me about the Keller one, and I want to hear that. I only heard like a minute of it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go back and listen to that, and I have not yet. I know he's the talk of the town right now, but I'm just... I don't know, I understand. I watched the new Being the Elite with Moxley in it. That was good. They're doing the promo for Goldberg and Taker here. Like, I cannot believe how little I care about this match. I mean, two fucking legends. I love Undertaker. I was never a big Goldberg fan, but grew to love him kind of at the end there. If this was anywhere else but Saudi Arabia, I'd be like, all right, let's give these old farts a chance. But I know they're just doing it for the money. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. The Owen video was not fun to do, but it was like kind of nice to do to talk about Owen. It always is. Can't believe it's been 20 years. If Benoit and Guerrero were still alive, I would imagine they'd be retired. Or at least, I can almost picture one or both of them being agents, you know, or guys behind the scenes that maybe get back in the ring from time to time for an angle. You know, maybe a 50-year-old Eddie throws a frog splash on someone just for old time's sake, but, you know, when you got Taker and Goldberg in the ring at age 75, who's to say Benoit and Eddie wouldn't be either if they were healthy enough? I would say that they'd be mostly retired, though. Because, damn, Eddie died at, what, 38, and that was nearly 15 years ago, so Eddie would be 53 years old now or something. Benoit would be about 50 as well. Would have been cool if, like, in a different universe, if Benoit never did what he did. He stayed healthy, never had any more neck issues, because don't forget, he had the big surgery, too. So his career probably wasn't going to go on forever. But if he could have wrestled long enough to have a couple of, like, really good matches with Daniel Bryan, would have been fun. Decent audience in here. We got 250 folks in here, but a shitty amount of likes. Will y'all do me a favor and click that thumbs up while we're in the middle of this six-man tag here? Roman and his brothers, or cousins, against Shane's latest friends, Drew McIntyre, and the Revival. I guess Shane has dropped poor Elias from the whole thing. It's funny, too, like how I said that I would like to see the Usos and Roman, you know, paired together on a more, like, frequent basis. Maybe not a full-blown faction like the Shield, but together all the time kind of thing. But they are technically on separate brands. And I'm so lost now. Drew McIntyre is on Raw, right? But he can sometimes, but he's been on SmackDown a couple times. I'm starting to lose track of who the fuck is where. This wild card rule is screwing it up. Would I rather have Brock as WWE champion or Universal champion? I don't care. I'd rather not have him as either one. I kind of feel like he's going to win the WWE title again. You know, he's been all about the Universal title for the last couple of years. And I think WWE wanted to get him in the mix there to give that title some history and some lineage of some big names holding it. But I think I think Cena needs to come back at some point and win the Universal title. Everyone's favorite. But he's still waiting for that one more victory, that record-breaking victory. And he's never held the Universal title. So I can almost see Cena coming back at some point, winning the red belt, Brock winning the black belt at some point. But I really don't care. I don't want to see him hold anyone right now. Like I said, the only belt I want to see Brock Lesnar hold is the 24/7 belt. That would be fun. Imagine Brock carrying around that ugly-ass briefcase and that ugly-ass clock belt. Ha! Trying to check that shit through to security at the airport. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Classic Revival style. Barry, no, I didn't. I'm sorry, man. Did I miss it? There you are. Thanks, dude, for the $2. Ready for a watch along on the 19th? Like it has to be done on that day? It depends on what day that is. I might be busy or something. Possibly, I could get a watch along together. I'm gonna be picking those back up, but I don't know. That might be, that's a ways off. Tell me what you have in mind. But thanks again, dude, for everything. Look at Roman. Mr. Over-dramatic on the apron there.
No unnecessary violence. This is the new start.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at spotting those guys. If I do miss a super chat, just say, hey, asshole, you missed my super chat, and I'll make sure I go up and see it. Mike Witt, thanks for another $2, brother. Not enough AEW chants tonight from the live crowd. Well, I mean, you gotta think, too, like, AEW made such a big splash, that is going to cool off. You know, it's not, the fans aren't going to be all just raging mega huge boners over this for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's going to chill out for a bit, and I think after Saturday, phenomenal NXT TakeOver show. I put a Twitter poll up on that too. Which show was better, Double or Nothing or NXT TakeOver 25? And we have 550 votes on that. 61% says NXT TakeOver, 39% Double or Nothing. But many people said the same thing, and I agree totally. It's almost like two different animals. Which show gave you the better, like, wrestling? Every single match, bell to bell, fantastic action, hands down TakeOver. They always do. This was one of the more underwhelming and, promoted TakeOvers. It didn't seem like it was focused very heavily on, and I really like it when they're combined with the big pay-per-views. And I really wish this one would have been attached to Money in the Bank. But it was kind of separate, felt on its own. They're pushing Saudi Arabia. I wasn't even aware of the full card until like 3 or 4 days before the show. So it was all going to have to rely on the wrestlers. And they went out there, and they fucking went balls out. And you have to wonder, with AEW, I laugh. NXT is, to me, the #1 brand in wrestling. They provide us with the best quality wrestling across the board. Hands down, I think they are the most exciting brand. So AEW really needs to compete with them. They're already the all-elite wrestling. You've seen how the fans talk about takeovers in the past when we'd have a really good one. Oh, WWE main roster better be worried. NXT TakeOver guys are tearing it up. They're all freaked out. And I'm like, no, they're not going to root against their own team. It's not their fault they're on the main roster where the creative team is a fucking toilet bowl. They're probably happy for their friends down there in NXT. So WWE already has this alternative under their own umbrella. That just gives you an idea how massive they are. So with All Elite Wrestling coming on the scene now, they need to be worrying about trying to outdo the quality of content that NXT gives us. That should be their #1. So TakeOver had better wrestling, hands down, but the overall better show, I'm still going Double or Nothing because you had the great storytelling of Cody and Dustin, probably my favorite match of both shows. It wasn't the most athletic match because Dustin is 116 years old, but they told the best story of the last fucking year. And it was an amazing ride. And you had the Moxley debut, which set the world on fire. You had so many good moments. The moment of just Double or Nothing itself, what it could potentially mean. Going forward, TV deal, TNT, first show. Looking back 5 years from now, this is going to be the genesis of everything. So I think the overall size of the show and the noise and buzz that it created goes to Double or Nothing, hands down. NXT TakeOver, that's the status quo, man. They go out there and they kill it. That's what we expect from NXT. And they've never once let us down. This was the 25th TakeOver. And I cannot recall one single TakeOver where I was like, meh, it was okay. No, everyone is fucking off the hook. A- is the lowest grade I will give any TakeOver. That's saying something. So All Elite Wrestling, they need to keep their eyes on NXT. Fuck WWE, they're a mess. That's my opinion. Let me just go back here and answer some super chats while we are back from commercial break. Roman is locking up his stupid Superman punch. I am losing. There we go. Rock's okay. I'm back to normal here. Rocksmith, thank you, brother, for the $2. Rocksmith 1988, you're always in here having fun. Roman's kicking everybody's ass. I missed another one from Barry. It would be a whole episode of Raw. June 19th. I'm going to look up and try to figure out which one that would be. I'm curious what year. But thanks again, dude. I'll look into it. Maybe I can do it. Damn. Claymore to Roman on the outside. Chris Mendenhall, thank you for the $5, dude. Greg, did you see on social media today someone trying to pimp Jon Moxley and CM Punk at All Out? I would drive to Chicago. One could only hope. I think Punk at All Out is likely. Oh my God, I think there's absolutely no downside to Punk appearing. Boy, would that stick it to WWE. Claymore, wow, is McIntyre and Revival going to win this? They are. I wouldn't have had that. They just gave the Revival a victory? I guess they gave McIntyre a victory, which is good. But thanks again, Chris, for that. I am all about Punk being All Out, but I didn't see whatever you were talking about there on social media. Rock Smith, thanks for another one, dude. Love the newer videos, Greg. Stepping it up, man. Thank you, man. I'm not done yet. This is just the very beginning of the changes. I barely scratched the surface. I'm giving myself the whole summer to kind of morph my channel into what I want it to look like in the fall. So, little changes first, big changes later. You'll see more and more as we go here the next couple months. All right, now we've got all four guys, Shane, Revival, and McIntyre, beating the shit out of Roman here. Usos are laid out. There's nobody to help. Maybe Moxley will run out. Although they might injure Roman here to make him a non-factor in Seth's match later if he is really going to face Brock. Is Shane going to do the coast-to-coast? I really don't need to see that. JN Forever, thank you for the super chat, dude. You are awesome. I think I caught them all there. I think I got them all. All right, Roman's laid out and Shane's talking shit. So this is all just promotion for their match. Shane, you are going to lose on Friday. What city is the University of Texas in? I don't even know. They're holding Roman up, and Shane is going to spear him in a terrible-looking spear. Shane almost DDT'd himself. Well, Shane, you are going to get pinned on the other side of the world in 5 days. I wonder when they leave. I guess they probably all leave Wednesday morning. They all fly over there after SmackDown. God, that sucks. I would hate to fucking have to go over there. I'm like, can't I just stay here in Texas? Y'all go. Let me know how it is. Austin, thank you. Gregory Fuller, the fact that Miz didn't get a win against Shane is stupid. I agree. I thought for sure he'd win. I predicted him to win at WrestleMania, and then when he didn't, I was like, okay, he'll definitely win the blow-off in the cage, and he didn't. So I don't know. And the Undertaker's here, and how stupid is this, guy? So Undertaker's appearing on Raw tonight, but tomorrow, Goldberg is on SmackDown. I'm not the only one that thinks that's stupid. These two guys have a match in 5 days. You don't want one sort of face-to-face thing before? You're going to put one guy in one show, one guy in the other? I hope Taker shows up tomorrow then on SmackDown, if that's the case. I hope he's on the mic tonight and says, Goldberg, if you're on SmackDown tomorrow, then I will be there too. And then he shows up. And then they stare at each other and hope to not fall down. All right, everybody's still waiting. Still broad daylight out there in Texas. So Seth Rollins has got to defend his title in a cash-in, and he also has to be a guest on Miz TV? That is not fair to Flair. Oh good, more Firefly Funhouse. I'm still curious how all of this is going to look when Bray gets in the ring. Is he going to wear that weird shit? Or is he going to wear the sweater? Because I'm wondering if when Bray Wyatt finally like debuts and they hype his debut in the ring, he comes out wearing that Mr. Rogers shit. And then maybe sometimes he wears the crazy shit. I don't know. Or maybe he wears the crazy shit to the ring and then takes it off and he's got the Mr. Rogers outfit. I don't know. Remember the gimmick Al Snow had where he came to the ring without the mask, but then he put the mask on to wrestle? What was that one called? Avatar? Might have been Avatar. Maybe he's cashing in on Kofi. Yeah, if Kofi is here, but he already said he's cashing in on Seth. He's the guy that they said. But who knows? What does that mean, you know? Go over here to the Twitter. See if anybody's got shit to say. Not really. Damn, I got myself pulled up on the screen here, and I don't know why. I got two fucking bright-ass lights on me, and it still looks dark as shit. That's one of the other changes you're going to see this summer when I get the new camera and stuff. I'm going to improve the lighting, because right now it is Bush League. Bush League in here. I also think Al Snow might have been Shinobi. He was Leaf Cassidy, Avatar. Actually, he might not have been Shinobi. I think he was, though. Shinobi was a gimmick in WWE. He kind of looked like the Great Sasuke a little bit. He kind of wore something like that, and I don't know why my memory thinks that was Al Snow, but I think it was. Yeah, then he was the head guy and Job Squad dude. Oh, my God. Yeah, and I think WWE is also setting us up with the Brock thing with the Stephanie McMahon video that she released, mad at Brock and say he's gonna be in trouble or whatever for literally doing nothing. I'm wondering if that plays into this non-cash-in that we're likely to see, because they're gonna want to give you a reason to tune into Saudi Arabia, right? So if they do some cash-in, oh, wait to see what happens or whatever. I don't know. If they're doing a title change, though, I'd rather see it here than in Saudi Arabia. No, it's not raining where I am, although it was not a very nice day today. San Diego actually has a history of kind of having gloomy May and Junes. Every other month of the year is fabulous. It can be 100 degrees on Thanksgiving Day, not a cloud in the sky, perfect weather. But these early summer months of May and June can sometimes be a little cloudy. I have a feeling we're in for a bummer summer, is what I call it. Because it just has that feel to it. And then once July and August and September gets here, it's going to be fucking perfect. And it's going to be perfect till the rest of the year. But these 2 months might be a little gloomy, which sucks. But it's a price you pay for having perfect weather. Every now and then you get a stint of clouds. Mike Witt, thanks for another one, man. Miz cost Shane the match at Saudi Arabia is my prediction, setting up their final match at the next pay-per-view. Loser leaves WWE would be the perfect stip. You think they're going to do Shane and Miz again? I kind of feel like it's done, and now Shane's moved on to Roman. And here's the thing about that, even though I don't hate the idea, because I would like to see one more blow-off, and I would like to see the Miz win. Matthew McConaughey is there, and Lance Armstrong. That's funny. I like Matt's shirt. That's cool. Here's the only problem I see with that, Mike. I don't think Roman needs help to beat Shane. And I don't think WWE would have Miz cost Shane the match. In WWE's mind, and the way they think, that would make Roman look weak. I think Roman beats Shane mercilessly. Unmercilessly. Or unmercifully. Whatever the fucking word is. Beats the shit out of him. Because I certainly can't see a scenario where Shane has Roman beat and then Miz, interrupts. Unless there's all sorts of interference. But then again, that might be what the Usos are for. They can come out and stop McIntyre. So we'll see. Hey, Miz, are you aware that there's like a knockoff version of you floating around the indies right now? Oh, he's definitely going to do some McConaughey shit. Are they going to bring him in the ring? Miz lives in Texas, doesn't he? Such a weird choice for him to be. He's from Cleveland. He lived in LA for all that time. Why did they pick that?
So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest. He is the architect, the beast slayer himself, the universal champion.
All right, Seth.
Seth Rollins.
I did briefly hear about the Bully Ray stuff, and then Bully, about an hour before I went live, released a statement on it, and he's kind of claiming it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I haven't dug deep into the story. Apparently a fan was rude. He pulled him backstage. A lot of people say he threatened him, bullied him, scared him, intimidated him. The Bully's saying it wasn't like that at all. He talked to the guy for 30 seconds and sent him on his way and patted him on the back and all that. So I don't know. It's two sides. It's not hard to believe that Bully Ray would be a dick, but he was pretty adamant that he wasn't really that bad. He just talked to the kid and didn't even throw him out of the show. But apparently that fan is an asshole, but still. I don't know. I feel like Ring of Honor is struggling right now. It'd be great if Rollins, like, if Brock actually did cash in tonight, if Rollins just hit the ring from behind with no entrance and nut shot him again and fucking curb stomped him and pinned him. I don't care if Seth cheats or gets a dirty win.
Now, as of right now, this Friday, you have a scheduled Universal Championship match against Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship at Super Showdown.
Baron Corbin is not winning that title.
That could all change. Paul Heyman promised that his client Brock Lesnar will cash in the Money in the Bank contract tonight. What's going through your mind? What's going through my mind? That is a loaded question, Miz, but let me back you up a little bit. You're making a lot of assumptions there. First, you're assuming that Brock Lesnar is actually going to show up tonight, which means you're assuming that Paul Heyman is telling the truth. And by my records, the last time Paul Heyman told the truth was, maybe one. Would that be never? Never! Bingo!
Never.
So, while I am prepared,
Paul Heyman's told the truth like once,
I see it.
maybe twice. Let's not exaggerate, Seth.
Your ability to put on a strong front, but I can see it in your eyes. There's something weighing on your mind. You and I both have won the Money in the Bank contract. We have found opportune times to cash it in. We know the power of that contract. And as of right now, it's not in the hands.
I don't think WWE's ready to stop selling those briefcase shirts yet. Or boombox shirts.
Superstars in WWE history. It is in the hands of the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Look, Miz, you don't have to oversell this to me. I understand the gravity of the situation, but truth is,
I'd be into that. Seth and Becky as a heel couple. I'd be down. Why not?
I'd be relieved. I'd be relieved, and I'll tell you why. Because I can't keep focusing on what might be. I have to focus on what will be. And what will be is this Friday at Super Showdown, I will be defending my Universal Championship against the #1 contender, Baron Corbin.
If I was Seth, I'd just walk around with a lead pipe in my pants.
Corbin, not a single soul on planet Earth, not me.
Like a second one, you know what I mean?
Not anybody here.
And then just have it ready if Brock shows up. Crack him over the head with it.
Win the fatal four-way match last week. He is the #1 contender. So if I'm going to be the fighting champion that I promised to be when I took this title from Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, then I've got to focus on Baron Corbin, and I've got to focus on stomping his head into this match.
You know, one thing they haven't addressed, and we haven't seen when it comes to the briefcase, but there's no stipulation, is there, that every cash-in is, like, automatically no DQ, right? Oh, here comes Brock, maybe. They should do a funny thing where somebody cashes in, and then the champion just gets intentionally disqualified and, like, runs away with the belt. And then the briefcase holder is just sitting there like, oh shit, I just cashed in for nothing. That would be funny. That's what I would do if I was Seth. Brock cashes in, as soon as the bell rings, hit him with a chair. Referee DQs him, calls for the bell. Seth grabs his belt, leaves as the loser, but keeps his title. Briefcase gone. Even as a babyface, I would do that. All you're doing is neutralizing one unfair advantage with another one. Cancels out. Even Steven. But then all the fans will be mad. I can't believe the briefcase was a DQ. Alright, Brock is here. Him and Heyman are like heading towards the ring. I don't think it's going to happen. He's not even in his gear. He's not going to do it. It's not even the top of the hour. We're 40 minutes in. There's no way it's happening here.
The purveyor of paranoia making Rollins wait. Not yet.
I know. Well, before everybody flips out, you got to realize that it was 39 past the first hour when they did this. If there's going to be any sort of cash-in or confrontation, it sure as fuck ain't happening right now. So before we lose it, if this exact same thing happens at the end of hour number 3, then I'll be right there with you. But let's just hang tight. I don't think the segment was going to be right here. Yeah, see, look, they're still saying it. Brock Lesnar cashes in his Money in the Bank contract tonight. He wasn't doing it at 5:40 p.m. or 8:40 p.m. if you're on the East. Only one match in an hour. I think that's been the norm. But you know what? That's okay. They opened with one. And plus, it's going to be 2 matches in the hour. They'll come back from commercial and start another one here. It's only 40 minutes in. I think that was the same issue last week, right? It was like 1 or 2 matches only in the first hour. And you can't even do, like... I mean, you can still have good matches on Raw, but it's... There's so many commercial breaks just really kind of kill your buzz. Thanks for another one, Mike Witt. I appreciate it, man. Brock cashes in, and just before the match, the whole roster comes out and takes out Lesnar. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Like the Nexus debut. Yeah, I kind of had that idea a couple of different times. I'm like, if, you know, especially with Brock being champion, I'm like, why isn't the roster rising up against this asshole and taking him out? Strength in numbers type of thing. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do an angle later where... Well, another thing I can see happening, too, if they did do some sort of a title switch tonight, which would be crazy. I mean, Brock is scheduled for Saudi Arabia, right? So he's got to do something there. You think maybe Corbin? No, Corbin's not going to sacrifice his own title shot. I was thinking maybe Corbin could come out and beat the shit out of Seth. And then Brock comes out with a briefcase. Just add more heat to Corbin, but why would Corbin fuck up his own plans? He's got a chance to win the title. Maybe they turn Corbin babyface and he comes out and helps Seth to protect his title shot. But I think it would be likely, even though I hate the idea of the Saudi Arabia show and I'm not going to watch it, I think it would be better if Brock is at the show with the briefcase, floating around there, and he could potentially cash it in on Kofi after his match, you know? I would prefer it if there was no title changes over there. But if they do that, it could be a swerve, and it's all Seth, and then Brock says, up, makes a sharp turn, cashes in on Kofi on Friday. Devs30, I heard some of Jim Cornette's review of AEW, and here's the thing, Jim Cornette is a madman. He is so angry and over the top, and sometimes I don't understand how his soul can be filled with so much hate. I mean, he just does not give a fuck about anything. However, his criticisms were very fair, and I agreed with most of them. Sometimes truth is not fun, but, you know, everybody's going all apeshit over AEW, and they did do a fantastic job. I enjoyed the show. I think they have a bright future. You also need to realize who the superpower really is, and the fans need to not get ahead of themselves kind of thing. So I thought everything he said about his critiques of AEW were right. It's just sometimes he's like insulting about it. You know, I'm like, why would you insult a promotion that's just trying to come up and trying to compete? You know, I think a lot of his rage is directed more at the fans than the promotion itself. But he offered some fair criticisms. It's hard to disagree. And how can you? How can a 19-year-old shithead fan disagree with somebody that's been in the business for 45 years? You know? Like, I trust his judgment. He's been around the block. God, this Chrisley show. Pinata party! Yay. Like, do they have to go to, like, a local pinata store and, like, get these things every week? I'm sure you can get these on Amazon. I don't know who are they facing. I don't even care. God, all three of these wrestlers are fucking great. I just really hate this like pinata gimmick. Oh, they're gonna face Lars? I mean, I very rarely, like, trust a lot of these monsters. You know, we've seen the Rybacks and the Lars and then the Strowmans. I mean, Strowman's the one guy that actually had a chance and they fucking flushed him down the shit box. And now, Lars, I don't know. I thought he was fun in NXT. Thought he was badass. I just don't feel it here. Is this an actual match here? How you doing, buddy? Oh, sit down. I mean, I'm just not a fan of this, like, this type of segment. We see this shit all the time. Every time there's a new monster brought up, they just smash some people. I'm like, yeah, we get it. He's big. But what happens when he runs into Roman, you know? There's just this one guy I'd have no problem with Roman just pinning and squashing. I don't care. Lars is buried now. No, he's not. The Hardy Boys did the same thing to Brock. They knocked him out of the ring when he first came in. And that led to a match at a pay-per-view, and he beat the shit out of both of them. Oh yeah, this is a match at Super Showdown, right? He's facing everybody. Alright, Nikki Cross. Hi, Peyton. A miniature. They had a pretty funny segment on YouTube. They were going around the locker room fucking with people. I like that. Hi, Alexa. Why are they pairing up Nikki and Alexa? They seem like the most unnatural partnership ever.
Wow. That happened. I'm gonna go get a coffee. You want one? Really? Yeah.
Oh, they're BFFs now.
I know how close you and Becky have been getting the last few weeks, and it's no secret she can't stand me.
They drug... They might have. They might be tranquilizing her in the training room. A little horse tranquilizer.
You know what?
Right in the thigh.
Becky's champ, so you're probably better off.
Listen, I don't care what you did in the past. You've been nothing but kind to me since before anyone realised I'd arrived here. We're friends.
I appreciate that. And, you know, because we're friends.
I really hope Nikki's crazy inside and she
For a favor.
is setting Alexa up for something.
Tonight, your magic is paid. So come on, let's go throw those shrimps on the Barbie. Let's go.
Does she think she's Australian? Oh, maybe she's talking about Iconics.
Rey Mysterio must do one of the toughest things of his career. Relinquish the United States Championship later on tonight. This Friday,
Oh yeah, Ray's got to relinquish the belt.
for the first time,
Oh God. Arm wrestling match. This is being resurrected. You know, arm wrestling matches have been going on since the beginning of time in wrestling. It's just in 2019 it's going to be stupid.
WWE Super Showdown. The Undertaker returns live tonight.
All right, Becky's here. Yeah, I'm hoping it's a split personality with Nikki Cross. Shit, sorry, buddy. You're all connected here. Is that a new shirt? What does it say? Becky something? Becky Lynch, the man. Okay. Tournament for the U.S. title. She is Becky one belt. Do I think Becky is losing her steam compared to where she was at the beginning of the year? Yes. But I think she's still alright, and I think everything can be fine with her. I have no idea why the fans would turn on her personally. They wanted her so bad. They screamed for her to be champion. WWE gave her the moment at WrestleMania. And it just wasn't good enough. And the build and all the lead up to it was a little bit messy, but that's what happens when WrestleMania is a few months off and they want to give that moment to her. I was about to say, we're definitely going to get a commercial before we go to this. Man, I'm curious about the 24/7 title. I wonder who, like, the most crazy winner is going to be. They tried to do something. Jinder Mahal attacked R-Truth at the golf course and tried to beat him, or did beat him. And I think R-Truth ended up winning it right back. I want R-Truth to be, I put it on Twitter, I want R-Truth to be like the Bruno Sammartino of the 24/7 division. I think that'll be awesome. I'm still not a huge fan of the idea, but a lot of fans are. I thought most fans would feel like me and think that it's going to be stupid in today's WWE. But many people were on board with it. Many people don't hate it. And I don't hate it yet. I just don't know if it's going to be really good. And I don't trust WWE to follow through with it or make it a thing, even if it gets over for a little while. I just don't know how you can, like, sustain something like this for every week. For the next 5 years, you got to defend this 24/7 belt and come up with weird-ass ideas. I feel like it has a shelf life, and maybe that's all it's meant for. Maybe they do plan on retiring this thing in a year. Maybe R-Truth wins it here and has a bunch of runs with it, and it goes on for like a year, and he stays away from it for months and months and months, and then it falls back into his lap, and then he comes out on TV and retires it or something, and then it's gone. But I'm usually not the cynic. You know, I'm just real cynical with the 24/7 title. I'm not... They haven't done anything yet that I've really super enjoyed. It's just a bunch of guys chasing each other around, and, you know, golf course is the craziest place they've been to so far. And hopefully the creative team can have fun with this. And hopefully this is something to where Vince McMahon's stupid humor won't fuck it up too much, because the whole idea is stupid. So maybe the creative team can actually get away with writing some entertaining things without Vince changing it. We'll see. Mike Witt, thanks for another one, man. Me and my friends are having a disagreement. What was the worst storyline, Mae Young's hand or birth or Katie Vick? Oh my God, Katie, you're right, Mike Witt. Mike Witt. Come on, buddy, get out of here. Katie Vick, 100%. That was so fucked up. The Mae Young thing that was just like a segment, a skit on TV. The Katie Vick shit was an angle. It was a pay-per-view match between Triple H and Kane, where the hand coming out of Mae Young's nasty cobwebby snatch was just one goofy-ass segment on Monday Night Raw during the Attitude Era. And it wasn't really followed through with. It was just tied into the whole disgusting Mark Henry and Mae Young affair. And it was just more for a tongue-in-cheek, more to be funny. I can stomach that. As dumb as it was, I can stomach it. At least the hand wasn't main eventing a pay-per-view. At least the hand didn't get a title shot. At least the hand wasn't fucking a corpse. So your friends are stupid, Mike Witt. Katie Vick, 100%. 100%. And I'm sorry for calling them stupid. I'm sure they're very nice boys. But come on. Come on now. Dominique, thanks for the $5, brother. Hey, good mic work. I got off work too late to watch TakeOver, but you did watch it. That's right. You were in here for the stream telling me that you weren't watching. You were at work. That sucks. I enjoy the matches like what, I don't know, did after the match. I'm happy for Adam Cole. I am too. I predicted it wrong. I got every match on that card right except for the main event. I kind of thought Gargano, since he just won, that he'd maybe hold on to it for the first TakeOver, but he dropped it to Cole. Good for him. I love Cole. A lot of people like him. Apparently, he's a super nice guy. And I'm glad you're keeping him in NXT. Now that he's the champ, he'll have a run for a while, because I'm not ready to see Adam Cole come to the main roster and get fucked over. So keep him there. I think Undisputed Era might play a role in his loss when he finally drops the belt, and maybe that's when they do the official split with the group. I feel like Roderick Strong at some point will be the odd man out. But TakeOver was great. Women's match was probably the weakest, but even that match was pretty good.
And I want to make some changes. Now, I got home this weekend, and it was the first time in 63 jam-packed days since I'd been home. And in that time, I had fought across Europe, I had made TV shows, I'd done a ton of appearances, I switched brands, and I won the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah, you remember. Nice job on that pin, by the way. I actually thought that too, old Sammy. I thought maybe Corey would pick up the 24/7 belt, but that's touchy when you're dealing with concussions and shit that he's had. I'd love to see the 24/7 belt just show up at a random NXT house show or something.
Thank you. It really did. All my dreams came true, and I have never been more content.
Maybe the champion's just front row at a house show or something, or at an NXT TV event, and somebody comes from behind him and pins him in the audience. That could be fun.
But that's when it hit me. Contentment is the worst thing that could happen to a fighter like me. Because content fighters, they get hurt, or they get passed over, or they get beaten. Well, that won't be me. Because when Lacey Evans helped Charlotte Flair beat me for my SmackDown Live...
Sorry, I'm reading a text, a very long one.
Money in the Bank, it woke something in me that needed waking. Because when I'm pissed off, and believe me, I am pissed off, there is not a woman in this business that can keep me down. So if you have wronged me in any way,
Right on, Lisa. Cheers.
that I won't find a way to get to you, Lacey Evans, because I will break my back.
So Becky and Lacey are going to continue here. Now I'm thinking they might actually give Lacey the title at some point.
Until I can't find any...
Monday Night Raw is about to get classed up. Now, Lacey Evans has not been
Here comes old Lacey. Thanks for another one, Mike Witt. I appreciate it. Breeze vs. Dream was your favorite match Saturday. I loved that match. Don't think it was my favorite, but I loved it a lot. The right guy won. The selfie at the end, I couldn't believe that. Welcome back, Tyler Breeze. I'm glad he's back in NXT.
I did you and the entire WWE universe a favor at Money in the Bank. And Becky Two Belt should not be the face to represent the women of WWE. Why, I
do declare, I will rip your arm right out your socket. Why don't you get in here with me?
While I may have blonde hair, do not confuse confuse me with Charlotte Flair, sweetheart. Because you're not in my head, and I am not to be messed with. Now, you did beat me at Money in the Bank, but I am the reason why you walked out of there.
I don't know, Benny. I will never forgive Steve Austin for starting that shit.
I promise you, when I get my hands on you, you will be Becky No Belts. Because I refuse to stand back and allow a woman like you to represent
Lacey is really
division. Because I will
comfortable on the mic, let's say that. Promos are stupid, but... Oh, Charlotte's here too? Great. Also, fuck the brand split. I'm not a fan of Lacey's whole, like, gimmick, really, but I'm really, like... I like the way she just has that confidence on the mic. She does not seem threatened or nervous by the stage that she's on. And for someone as young as her, you know, it's not like she's a Kevin Owens or somebody else coming in with a whole bunch of experience, you know. She's only been groomed for a little while here. She's holding herself well. Not a fan of the gimmick and what she does, but I think the tools she has are there.
Please stop making excuses. I still beat you.
Where's...
Lost. And I became the 9-time women's champion.
Where's the counter? Is there like a counter for how many SmackDown people are here?
Yeah, that's right, Charlotte. You did. But where is your title now? Well, you know, I may not be the SmackDown Women's Champion right now, but
Charlotte, please, stop embarrassing yourself, sweetheart. What are you doing here? I mean, you're strutting out here like a peacock because you're a daddy's girl that needs attention.
Can one of you hold the ropes for me?
Yeah, if they were to do a Marine Sergeant gimmick for Lacey, that would automatically have to be babyface, you know? That would be a completely different gimmick and character that she's portraying now. Completely opposite.
So you want to know why, Lacey, I strut like a peacock?
Yeah, I want to know why, too.
Because I am more than halfway to beating my daddy's 16-time World Heavyweight Championship record. And you've been here maybe, what, 4 minutes, and all I've seen you do is make tea. And last week, I didn't even have to take off my street clothes to leave you laying.
Bubinator. Jesus, I don't know. Likely all of them.
Underneath my foot.
Look here, honey. You had 9 championships, but today you have 0 championships. You're yesterday's news, sweetheart, and I am the face.
Are they going to do a
of
Lacey Charlotte match?
WWE. So run along, back to SmackDown.
I'll tell you what, not for nothing. I'd like to see an arm wrestling match between Charlotte and Lacey.
Be educated.
Can we just replace Strowman and Lashley with them? That'd be alright. Oh, damn it, she attacked? She pushed her? What was that?
Charlotte Flair is stunned. Lacey Evans connecting with the right hand.
Thanks, Charlotte's just composing herself for what's next.
Alright, Charlotte, you're going to attack her, right?
Lacey, she does what she says.
Becky's just chilling.
Herself the face of WWE, though. That's someone else has to make that up, right?
Well, it appears we're going to have a match right now between Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair.
How did they decide this match was going to happen?
On Monday Night Raw. Queens shook.
Shout out to that wild card rule. Charlotte Flair ready to face off against Lacey Evans. She does look like something struck her there.
Well, remember what happened on SmackDown last week? Lacey Evans thought she was going to pin.
Normar, I believe that will happen. I think a woman will grab the 24/7 title. Definitely.
Draw a corner and cost Lacey the matchup.
Payback.
And now Charlotte and Lacey in a brawl to start this match here.
Becky on the outside for this, too.
Powerful. All of WWE. This could be interesting. Charlotte Flair obviously with the experience advantage, but Lacey Evans just chock full of bravado. And Lacey Evans trying to take it to Charlotte. Charlotte as well. Becky Lynch just looking on as two of her enemies are beating the heck out of each other. Charlotte's connecting with some big-time kicks to the midsection.
The show has got to remind everybody why she's the queen. Lacey Evans wants to walk out here and just peacock around herself.
Charlotte Flair is no stranger. She realizes everyone wants to test the throne of the queen.
I think the referees aren't even real people. I think they're just like digital holograms, and when a ref is needed, they just fucking magically appear. I think that's where this referee came from. All of a sudden, he's just in there. We're having a match. Kevin Dunn programmed him to be right in the ring. It's all a simulation, y'all. It's all run by Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon, playing us like puppets. Laughing. Haha. Oh, they're gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna put two blondes in the ring together. Kevin, we need a referee. Yeah, I agree with you, Barry. I think if any woman is going to win the 24/7 title, Carmella is the closest one to it right now. Because she's running around with R-Truth. I feel like she's going to turn on him, roll him up. Make Corey Graves jealous. What's the arm wrestling movie with Stallone in it? Over the Top. How do you not know that? I remember the trailers for that movie on TV when it was in the theaters and shit. All right, we have got a commercial break, and I'm gonna get a beer break. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We've got, by the way, before I get up, let me look over here. Audience of about 250. While I'm gone, see if we can get a few more likes while I'm gone. I'll be back in like literally 30 seconds. And subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I'm up here every Monday night. And for most pay-per-views. All right. Hey, see, it wasn't even that long. I'm back already. Alrighty. Only one commercial in. And we are 1 hour. God, that's all we are? 1 hour into Monday Night Raw, that's it? Super chat coming in from Mike. Mike, thank you, dude. You are being super generous tonight. I always appreciate it, man. Imagine the Pop Punk's going to get it all out. If he shows up, which I think is likely, like I said, there's no downside whatsoever. He can make his own rules. He can say, hey, if you want me for this show, and you want to set the wrestling world on fire, there's a price, and I also don't want to work. I'll come in for 3 matches. I'll sign a 6-month deal. You know, or something like that. Just to get him there, put him on camera, flaunt it in WWE's face, have him cut a promo, have the fans flip out. I literally think we're going to have fans die of cardiac arrest if he shows up. I really think that's going to happen. Especially the hardcore, like, WWE hating, frustrated fans right now. They are absolutely going to flip their shit if he shows up there. And it's going to be all... You thought Moxley showing up was a big deal and was the talk of the town? Wait till Punk does it. I'm calling it. He's there. I'd be very surprised if he turned down. Because if you think they haven't contacted him, you're crazy. So that means if he's not there, it's because he turned down whatever they wanted to do. And I just think he would be so foolish to do that because this would be his chance. Come back on the scene, make a big splash, biggest way possible. F you to WWE. No reason not to do it. Dave Lowe, you heard that cough? Oh, that was my cat. My cat has a cold. It was coughing. Not me. I'm glad you followed me on Twitter. Thanks. Everybody should follow me on Twitter, at GoodMicWork. Go on over there. I should look over there, by the way, and see. I have not said anything on Twitter really much today. I did see, like I said, I saw Bully Ray's statement on what happened with the ROH show. A couple other things today, but that's all I've really realized on the Twitter machine. And I see a very disturbing picture of Tommy Dreamer and Hornswoggle spooning shirtless in a bed. Can't unsee that. All right, I'm just going to go back over here to the stream where it's safe. You know, much like Undertaker, although it's not on quite as big of a scale, you know, they're showing a Goldberg promo right now. I feel like he retired in a really nice way. I was so happy with the way it ended for him. He was wearing out his welcome there at the end when he won the title and everything, but he didn't hold it long. Dropped it to Brock in his final match at WrestleMania. Great speech the next night, where he even told the fans, hey, stop being assholes, let me have this moment, and they listened to him. And it seemed like he had a nice little send-off, was there with his family, it seemed very important to him. That money talks, man. And now he's back for another match that's going to suck. And I really hate to see, guys, that's Taker, Shawn, and Goldberg now, have all fucked up their beautiful retirements for Saudi money. Sickening. Although, really, a lot of wrestlers should be getting their hands on this Saudi money, as Dean Ambrose said in one of his interviews. The wrestlers are not really seeing. They're still getting paid like they did. I firmly stand by my stance that the wrestlers get paid well. There's not too many of them, I think, that should be complaining about their income. But there's probably plenty who feel like they should be making more. And when you're still being paid in the same framework of the 80s, you know, you get paid on house show percentages and all that stuff still kind of remains the same. Yet you got these billion-dollar TV deals coming in and the talent's not seeing any of that. You know, they're still kind of paid on the house, or paid based on the houses and shit. And that is kind of fucked up. But at the same time, there's not too many wrestlers on the WWE roster where I feel like I'm going to feel sorry for them for what they make, whether they're paying for their own travel or not. They're still making more than most people, I would assume. But Dean's not wrong. You would think if more money's coming into the company like this, especially this amount, and it might turn out to be that way. You got All Elite Wrestling now who's willing to pay people. It is going to force WWE to up some of these antes. And we've heard rumors of like $500K deals for the Revival and shit. Who's complaining about that? I don't care if you got to pay for your travel or not. $500K is plenty to live off of. You can travel, live comfortably, beautiful house, insurance, everything you need for 500 grand. Leo went broke. Well, I don't believe anything Leo Rush says. I think Leo is a completely expendable talent. He's extremely talented. He has a lot to offer any wrestling promotion, but also any wrestling promotion will be fine without him. So I don't think his value is nearly as high as he thinks it is. And if WWE wants to pay him $300K a year, to me, that's more than enough for what he does and what he provides at his age and years in the business. They took a while to kick out of that figure four, but you saw it coming. I feel like we're not going to get a legit fit. Oh, that was good. Lacey and Charlotte would make a pretty badass tag team. Crowd is dead. They are. Are we dead in here? We're having fun, right? I'm drinking beer. Hey, are you in this? It's so funny how sometimes my phone notifies me about Twitter shit and sometimes it doesn't. I was about to say, I knew there wasn't going to be a finish here. Benny, I just saw. is now following you. Thanks, Benny. And the man is here to beat up them, both of them. And she did. While the crowd was dead, as soon as I said the crowd was dead, Becky jumped in there and we got the DQ and they ended this. So clearly, they've got my live stream pulled up at Gorilla and they're watching us. And they're just going to take cues from us. Greg and his subscribers say it's boring. Go home. That's what happened. Michael Cole, I really don't appreciate how you yell at me. All right, next we got Ray relinquishing the title. I don't know if this is going to be a straight relinquishment or if they're going to add something to it with Joe coming out there and beating the shit out of Ray or his kid. Or if Ray's just going to come out there all emotional like and, you know. Richie, good to see you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't think we would get a finish either way in that match. Like I said, this entire Raw, aside from what Brock may or may not do, this entire Raw is just promoting Friday shit. And I don't care about Friday shit. So I'm just here watching. Torturing myself. Anybody who says hi more than once is blocked. That's a new song here on the stream. All right, well, next order of business is maybe to get them likes up. We still got the same audience in here, 250-ish folks. What else do you want? I was up here for TakeOver, really low audience on Saturday night, which is why I thought, like, man, just not many people care about this TakeOver show, but it turned out to be great. We had a super low audience in here for that, but it was still awesome. I enjoyed watching it. WWE also, I mean, among all their other problems, they're always in their own way with like shows. You know, you got Stomping Ground coming up in 2 weeks, but you got this stupid Saudi Arabia show that's supposed to be bigger than WrestleMania or as big or comparable, is that what they're saying now, to WrestleMania on fucking Friday, and then you got to get all the way back over here and get everything written for TV for the next Stomping Ground, which apparently is in a couple of weeks. And, which sucks, because that means it's probably on Father's Day, which is going to be a problem for me. I'm probably working that morning. It's going to be cutting it close. I think I'll be up here to stream Stomping Ground, but there's a chance I'll be late. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. But then you got to get everything figured out for that. Ugh. Instead of me speculating, let me just... There's Google Stomping Grounds. Oh no, we're good. So Roman said in 2 weeks. He's wrong. It's in 3 weeks. All right, we're good. June 23rd. Never mind. Roman psyched me out earlier in his promo. He said in Stomping Ground in 2 weeks, or maybe it was McIntyre that said it. Somebody said Stomping Grounds was in 2 weeks, and they fucking lied. I mean, at least they have a little bit longer now, but they have 2 weeks after the Saudi Arabia show, yeah, so... Ugh. They've got to basically promote Stomping Ground so quick, and I think this happened once before, didn't it? When they did the last Saudi Arabia show, they had a pay-per-view like the next week, because I remember there was like a... There was some weird stat about Monday Night Raw, how it was like a post-pay-per-view show and a go-home show at the same time. I think they finished up one pay-per-view on Sunday, and then it was the go-home Saudi Arabia show the next day, or something like that. I'm like, has that ever happened? I mean, shit is just so confusing. No wonder the writing sucks. There's so much shit going on. Yeah, and thanks again for that super chat, Dominique. You are the best. Yeah, so the big dog screwed me up. So at least we have until the 23rd. And it's not going to cause a problem for me streaming it. But if it was Father's Day, that's a huge day at work for me. So that was going to be tough. All right, here comes Ray. He's got some relinquishing to do. Well, at least Dominic's not with him. Unless they cut to the screen and Joe is killing Dominic backstage.
Rey Mysterio is the United States champion, but as you can see, his shoulder in a sling, his arm in a sling. We'll show you how this all came about from the Money in the Bank.
I have no idea on his off time how long this is going to be.
Now here's the pinfall. Samoa Joe's shoulders are clearly off the mat, but the official missed the call and awarded the championship to Rey. Rey Mysterio had no idea the position of Samoa Joe's shoulders would proceed to celebrate his newly won championship, but would then suffer the wrath of an enraged.
Oh man, so Joe injured him at in the post-match attack, or did Ray get injured in the match?
Mysterio's son would look on. Rey Mysterio would suffer a separated shoulder in this attack by Samoa Joe, which brings us to tonight. And for the first time in his career, Rey Mysterio.
That was a brutal match. Joe got his face all busted up. Ray separated his shoulder.
I'm gonna lay it out straight. You know I've been a part of WWE for a very long time. You know, this is in my blood. Neta, está en mi sangre, eh?
Ray's eyes look weird.
And it's been in my
Mike, again, thank you. Really like the match between Baszler and Shirai. I did too. She's a star in the making. She is. She's so smooth. I bet Shirai takes the belt off Baszler on SummerSlam weekend. I think it's going to be Candice. Ray's talking about Dominic here, but I'll talk about that in a minute, Mike Witt. I'm feeling, since after the finish when Io Shirai went nuts with the kendo stick or whatever, and even Candice kind of looked a little bit confused, I feel like they're going to push Candice as the next one. Maybe get an Io Shirai heel turn, and they put the belt on Candice, and you have the two of them feud for the belt. I feel like it's going to be that.
As a man and as a champion. Due to my previous shoulder injury, I'm here tonight.
There's Joe. We knew he'd be coming out.
Rey Mysterio's here tonight to do the right thing, relinquish the title to its rightful owner. Yeah, the man who's the reason that Rey Mysterio has a
He's got a little shorter hair, doesn't he? Samoa Joe.
Did I come out here too early?
He's wrestled full-on bald before, hasn't he? Maybe not. Close to it.
Listen, you gotta forgive me. I apologize. I realize what this means to you, Ray. But you see, I was in the back and I heard the word champion and I thought it was my cue.
Oh, his hair is longer. It's just slicked back. I thought he had shaved it a little shorter.
Ray, please.
Is he growing that shit out? Is he going to have some AJ Styles soccer mom hair happening?
Very important.
I don't know how he's going to look with that.
Get it. But I do have one addendum to your little speech here. And it's let's not
I can't imagine Samoa Joe with a ponytail.
honorable moment by telling these people a lie. Because the fact is, you're not relinquishing that title because you're injured. You're relinquishing it because you never. My shoulders never touched the mat, Ray. Escúchame, Joe. Don't get it twisted, man. I'm not here to try to have a moment, and I'm not here to fool anybody. Yo no quiero engañar a nadie, compa. Okay? This is definitely not the moment that I wanted it to be. But just know something. I've won championships my entire career.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup on paper, I mean, these are two pretty impressive goddamn resumes right here with these two guys.
And through injuries.
Just Ray is so small.
To do that, I'm man enough to do what I came here to do tonight. So give me a moment. Do
It'd be cool if the Ray injury was at work and then he takes out the sling and beats the shit out of Joe. Ray lays down the belt. Are they really going to give this back to Samoa Joe? I mean, I understand he wasn't pinned. I mean, technically that would be the right thing to do, but when does WWE ever do that? Oh, Joe's choking him. He's choking him out. Well, I guess Ray, if he's having... No, I guess he's not going to have surgery on it, but if he is, he hadn't had it yet. There's no way he'd be able to do that. Alright, so Joe choked out Ray. Is he the champ again? Or, like, what the fuck? And does talent have the ability to award the belt to someone else? Andre tried to do that. It didn't work. Oh, WWE made him relinquish it. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, I'm glad that I'm synced up a little better with Raw tonight. Because I already know I'm already going to be 20-second delay. Like, after I say something, 20 seconds later, you hear it. And then you combine that with whatever discrepancies in our respective Raw shows are. It's probably hard. I've never been on your side of it, so I thank you guys for doing your best to sync me up with wherever you are in the show. There's Brock getting his gear on. Heyman's always on the phone. He should make that his gimmick. I remember the phone that Heyman used to have was like a... It wasn't even like a... It was like a cordless phone. It was so fucking funny. Oh, here comes Strowman. What's he doing here again? Hello, guy that should have been champ 2 years ago. How you doing? Yeah, Strowman is in phenomenal shape. I do not understand why Vince is not jerking off over this guy. You know, I remember saying like over a year ago, whenever they were doing the Strowman and Roman stuff, and Strowman was getting over. And he was annihilating Roman Reigns and stuff, and he was over with the audience. They liked him. He's believable as like a monster that can kill you. And I'm like, WWE's got this like golden opportunity, you know? You already have a megastar in Roman Reigns. Now you have a chance to make another one. Now you got two, you know, like Austin and Rock or Brett and Shawn or, you know, Guy Hogan and Savage and shit like that. And they had it like right there in their lap. Strowman could have been hugely over. He could have won the title. And then you got a big star in Roman, a big star in Strowman. And you separate them on different brands if you want. And they still had to put, like, Roman over. I'm like, he's already over. He's already Roman. He's already main evented 4 WrestleManias. He's already defeated Brock Lesnar. Give Strowman something, you know? And then you got a second megastar on your hands. That way if Roman, oh, I don't know, gets leukemia, you got another guy to lean back on. Cannot believe that they dropped a ball that seemed... They had something sitting right there in their fucking lap on a platter for free. And they're like, nah, we're good. We're going to ruin him instead. Oh, that's right. He's arm wrestling. I forgot. That's how bad that segment is, Angie, is that they advertised it, I talked about it, and I forgot about it.
What makes DiGiorno crispy pan pizza different than delivery?
Braun has Enzo heat backstage? I don't think Braun has Enzo heat. I don't think anybody has Enzo heat. I think only Enzo has Enzo heat. Yeah, and everything they do, that's another problem I have with Strowman. I like some of this funny shit every now and then for him. But, I mean, how many vehicles have we seen him tipped over? How many crazy things have we seen him do? You know, now he's in here in an arm wrestling match. The guy once tore down the whole fucking Titantron. You think he's going to lose to anybody in an arm wrestling match? He tipped over an ambulance. Let me see Bobby Lashley tip over an ambulance. I'm saying in storyline. So in storyline, not even Superman should be able to beat Braun Strowman in an arm wrestling contest. And Lashley probably won't either. I'd like to see an arm wrestling match between Braun Strowman and Lio Rush, but where Lio Rush can, like, use his whole body. You know, the thing that you hold on to? Like Lio Rush holding it with two hands and pushing off with his feet. You know, trying to beat Strowman in the arm wrestling contest. That would be great. I think Strowman's much closer to turning into Big Show than he is Great Khali. Great Khali was so useless in so many ways. And he wasn't believable, and he wasn't good. Braun is believable, Braun is good. Yeah, I think he's more like Show. I think we're going to see a million different babyface and heel turns with the guy. He's going to get title shots, and I will go as far as to saying that Braun will even win the world title one day. But I think it'll be kind of like when Big Show won it years later in his run. Like, okay, he's the champ now, but we already established what Big Show is, you know, who he is, and how high he's going to get, the levels he's going to reach. And I think Braun Strowman is going to follow the exact same career path that Big Show is. I think Braun will have some celebrity matches at WrestleMania. We've already seen that, just like the Big Show did, with Akibono and Floyd Mayweather, and Strowman's in there with a goddamn 8-year-old, and Saturday Night Live guys. It's the same thing, literally. It's a shame because I think Strowman, a couple years ago, I was all about the guy. You guys remember? He was like #1 on my list. I'm like, Strowman all the way. He's so great. But as soon as something gets good, WWE fucks it up. Cesaro has braces now. Has he still not recovered from that face smashing that he had a couple of years ago? Seems like he's had mouth guards and shit in his mouth ever since that happened. Now he's got braces. And he's cutting a cell phone promo, by the way. So is Ricochet.
Cesaro's actions have always spoken louder than his words, and he's one of the most dynamic superstars in all of the WWE.
Well, we're getting Cesaro and Ricochet again. I guess this is the rubber match. Haven't they done this the last 2 weeks? Cesaro won the first one. Ricochet won the second one. Well, you can't 50-50 book in this unless you do a DQ. Somebody's going to have to win that. But for a championship or an actual program or a pay-per-view match, I think Ricochet and Cesaro could be one of the best matches you could have in WWE. But this seems like a little mini meaningless Raw feud that I don't think will blossom into anything more than that. So I feel like it's kind of a waste. That's one to the know-it-alls or the smart-asses and all of us that complain about WWE's booking. In this match that we're going to see later with Cesaro and Ricochet, rubber match, who do you think should win? If Cesaro wins, is that Barry Ricochet? If Ricochet wins, is that Barry Cesaro? What's the right call here? Y'all tell me. We'll see if what you say matches what I think. Could be a best of 7. Absolutely could. I don't know if I want to see Ricochet in a tag team, but they could maybe do the same thing that they did with Cesaro and Sheamus. Put those two in a best of 7. They eventually become friends and form a new bar. Ricochet and Cesaro. All right, so this is an arm wrestling contest for those of you who do not have the USA Network. It's Strowman and Lashley. There's an actual referee in there. It looks like they're putting their elbows in 2 toilet seats. You don't see those anymore. I miss those soft toilet seats. My grandma used to have one. Oh, he bitch slapped him? Oh, Lord. Lashley just slapped Strowman. Well, like most arm wrestling contests, it's literally going to take him an hour and a half to do anything here. The heel has always got to pull some shit. He's always got to fucking stretch or do something. Set the damn bro. Strowman's pissed. I don't know why he's not barreling through. I mean, maybe he's trying to respect his former tag team partner's father, and he doesn't want to kill these referees. But if you would think if a character like Strowman gets slapped in the face, he's done arm wrestling. It's fighting time. I could beat both these guys in an arm wrestling contest. Piece of cake.
Arm wrestling contest is underway. Bobby go over the top here. Come on. Strowman playing defense and he slipped.
Oh, he slipped. Got a whole bottle of baby oil. You know what terrifies me? What the fuck is baby oil made out of? Fucking squeezing babies? And better yet, what's baby powder made out of? Crushed up babies? Strowman is ready for this arm wrestle. They got all sorts of resin on their hands now, or rosin. Rub some of that Gold Bond on your taint, you sweaty fucks. There we go. They're locked up now. Like, in real life, I'd actually like to see who would win this. This is so stupid. Alright. Strowman, you can't lose. There he goes. He's winning. Lashley's going to stop him or kick him or something before he loses. Nobody ever loses one, right? There's no way the heel's going to win. Come on. It's arm wrestling. And he beat him. He's still got him pinned down. Well, Strowman got his revenge. Damn, an arm wrestling match that actually ended. Knocks off Lashley. Like it's a match. Oh, there we go. Powder in the face. I got this goddamn powdered sugar in my eyes. Alright, here comes the brawl. Are they fighting a showdown? Is that what's happening? Chalk. Damn. Lashley is strong. Now, can we do the arm wrestling match for real? Because I actually want to know. I think Lashley might be able to beat him. Oh, yeah, Vince is loving this. Ah, this is great. Great shit. It's what your character would do. Have an arm wrestling match. Oh, here's our truth. They're going to talk about him now. I guess I don't know if we're going to get a title change tonight or not. Oh, yeah, they're going to show the golf course shit. Why is R-Truth even on the golf course? And I'm not even sure if you're allowed to wear that shit on a golf course, R-Truth. I think you're, like, supposed to wear a collared shirt. And I definitely know you can't be shirtless, Jinder Mahal. Jinder wins the belt on the golf course. And then Jinder gets pinned. And, like, how did Jinder... Like, the most ridiculous thing about that is that Jinder was in his gear. Like, why would you wear your wrestling trunks if you're going to have a match on a golf course? Just wear what you got on. Who's in the background there? Is that Drake Maverick? And EC3? Boy, they've done a lot with EC3, haven't they? EC3 does not seem too concerned. Why is he all, like, tired? It's not like he worked tonight. It's not like he was booked. He's out there drinking with a towel around him like he had a fucking match. Alright, Alexa Bliss is here. Guess she's still not cleared to return. Nathan, this is painful to watch, not you. This is Raw. Well, thank you. I hope I'm not painful to watch. I hope I'm easy to watch, because this shit's painful. But thanks for the $2, dude. I appreciate it. Smash that thumbs up if you don't mind. We got nearly 300 people in here watching. I'm up here every Monday night, live streaming this shit. So if you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. Alright, we got Nikki and who again?
Nikki is in action with Alexa in her corner, but let the good times roll. The Queen Pen returns and takes on New Orleans in an all-new action-packed season of Queen of the South, Thursday at 10, 9 Central, only here on the USA Network. Interesting friendship is developing.
I just love that, Barry, that's funny. I love that Jinder Mahal wears his gear for a golf course match, but Baron Corbin wears an Applebee's uniform for an actual wrestling match. That makes no sense. I miss Whitney Houston. I remember all her songs from when I was a kid. Chris Ludecki, thanks, man, for another $5. You're the best. If Chris and Lashley were both in WWE in 2007, is it Lesnar versus Lashley at WrestleMania instead of Lashley versus Umaga? Yeah, you would think they would do that match if Brock was there in 07. I don't know if that particular match would happen at that particular WrestleMania, or if they'd want to hold off a little longer and do it later. I don't know. I definitely think if Lesnar was there, though, you would get a Lashley and Lesnar match, 1,000,000%. Whether that was at that specific WrestleMania 23 or not, I don't know. But I also think that match wouldn't have been a Vince and Trump thing. It probably would have been for a title or something. I would miss Umaga too. He was awesome. I'd like to see an Umaga and Brock match. That would be great. Gatorade Zero. It's got electrolytes. Dwayne Wade, why are you working out? You're retired, man. Wi-Fi in the pool. Bitch, try using dial-up. It's a great idea. They actually should have Baron Corbin win the 24/7 title inside of an Applebee's. And if he does, I'm taking full credit for it. I'm like, the only reason they did that is because of this stream. I don't watch that show. I don't know what fucking drug they're advertising here, but they got some gnar side effects. No thanks, I'll take the actual disease. I'm good. It may lead to death. Well, then I'll just keep what I got. I got a rash on my ass. I'm not going to take a pill that's going to kill me. I'll just keep the ashy rash. Rashy ass. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, the Iconics. Is it one of the Iconics against Nikki, or what? Peyton I really like. Billy I find horrifically annoying. Alright, Peyton and Nikki. Here we go. Billy's wearing both belts outside. Okay, so Alexa's heading over to SmackDown tomorrow, having a moment of bliss. So pretty much, things are back to normal. We have 2 world champions again. There's no brand split. It's done. What is Peyton doing? Good question, Renee. Look at that roundhouse.
those titles back in WrestleMania. You really love to downplay great accomplishments.
Well, it's time to put the titles on the line. Let's go.
Peyton Royce taking it to Nikki. Peyton and Billy referring to Nikki earlier on tonight as a sad puppy. What do you think of this friendship that's developed between Alexa and Nikki, Renee?
Look, I feel like
SmackDown is in Laredo tomorrow. This Friday, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Unbelievable.
maybe stirring something up, or maybe have
Damn, and then they're back in Fresno on Sunday for a house show, and then Monday in San Jose.
Nikki Cross with a roll-up. Might have her here and a kick out.
Don't the shout out to Steven Larson. Steve actually followed me on Twitter the other day. I think they're up in that San Jose area. That is crazy, man. They got to go all the way over there and then be back. It'd be one thing to make TV for Monday, but to be back for a house show on Sunday? Grueling travel. My God, I couldn't do it. I hate traveling. I can handle like a 2-hour flight. I can handle flying across the country if I have to. But damn,
I agree. I think Nikki Cross is a great head.
that is a lot.
Hey, listen, I do give Nikki credit. She said to Alexa, listen, I know you had not a great track record of having friends in the past, but you've been nothing but nice to me since I've arrived here.
Exactly. Let bygones be bygones.
Look at this.
Oh, Peyton, that is a nice looking submission.
Got a 5 count here to break before she's disqualified.
Nice job, girl.
A lot of damage in those 5 seconds.
Look, I said it earlier too. It's hard to navigate things here at WWE. You have somebody like Alexa Bliss, a former champion, that can take your hand.
I need to read up and research on what exactly is wrong with Alexa Bliss. Like, I really hope this is not anything serious. She's had some iffy health issues in the last few months. I mean, I get fearful for everybody, especially the girls, when you see like what happened to Paige and everything. You know, poor girl's 26 years old and retired. Like, where's the justice in that? You know. I think Nikki is a little busted open in the mouth there. Took a shot to the chompers. The angle or the pairing here between Nikki and Alexa, I also think is stupid. They don't match up well. Oh, ow. Caught one right in the face, Nikki. Gotta be tough. It ain't ballet. Finish the match, girl.
Tame the frenetic energy that is Nikki Cross. Peyton Royce doing a masterful job of it at the moment, but Nikki trying to escape.
Nikki wants to be the one that's in control of the chaos, so when she's not, it feels like she's lost.
Nobody could tell me or Corbin apart. Oh, I think they could. Shout out to OK Fabe. He sent me a picture. He took my face and he put it on Baron Corbin's body when he was holding the Universal title, like backstage. And it was actually a really good edit where it looked pretty good. I was surprised. I laughed my ass off and retweeted it. It's over on my Twitter if you want to see it. It's pretty funny. But I don't want to look like Corbin, so shut up. Blocked.
Great deal of jeopardy. Completely agonizing hold here by Peyton Royce.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is one of the talents, I think, much like Paige, where if something happened to her, you know, where she couldn't compete anymore, she had neck issues, concussion issues, whatever, like a Corey Graves and some others, I think she has the ability to do other things. I think she has the speaking ability and the charisma and all that to where she could have like a role, be a manager. She already has the talk show. I think she's a better talker than she is a wrestler, as it is. But that's not the case for everybody. And I would hate to think that any of these girls' careers are going to end before age 30, you know? Hell, before age 40.
Frenetic energy's coming up to the surface.
Peyton's in trouble. Nikki meets her in the corner and running bulldog to Royce. Is it up for Nikki to put her away? Hook of the leg here on Peyton, a kick out. And Alexa continuing to
Alexa face turn. I don't know what's going on with Alexa. I have no idea. I guess they're trying to turn her face here, but is that really going to work? I would think the more likely scenario here is that Alexa is using Nikki Cross. It's kind of what we're used to and expect from Bliss. Oh, she got her coffee. Who delivers it in mugs? There is no way. You're going to get in one of those silly-ass plastic paper cups with the lid with the hole in it. And then the coffee is spilled. Looks like Gatorade to me. Oh, Alexa's getting bullied. Now she got shoved down. Her coffee is spilled. And she's sitting in the coffee. Riveting. Oh, Peyton, good night. Alexa, are you and your white pants okay? Do you need assistance? Do you need my assistance? Alexa, you're that sad about your yellow coffee being spilled? She's mad. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit about Nikki Cross. She's not even mad that she won. Or she's not even happy that she won. She's mad that her coffee got spilled. Oh, now she's attacking. All right, maybe she is cleared to work. She's taking bumps now. That's what you get. Alexa is only... She's like, yeah, okay. Look how excited Nikki is to be with her new friend. I'm sure that'll turn out well. Yeah, good question, because if Taker doesn't come out next, he's coming out in the main event, and I don't want to see that. They're probably saving that for Brock and whatever the hell's going on there. But I mean, the only thing The Undertaker is going to do, he's going to come out there and have a 15-minute long entrance and a 10-minute long promo. This Friday in Saudi Arabia. You know, like, I don't want to hear this. I don't give a shit what he has to say about his fucking money match with Goldberg. Are all the pink cases for all the women's shit? It's kind of interesting. Jonathan, I'm surprised I haven't done that already. I'm surprised Peyton, Royce, and Billy Kay have not become Peyton and Billy. It's coming, don't worry. Alright, well, we got a commercial break, so I'm going to take a commercial break. I'll be back in, like, less than 1 minute.
Tonight, immediately following Raw, streaming only on WWE Network. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Not much here, except the usual. What if we spice things up a bit? Alexa.
What if we turn it up a notch?
Alrighty. One more beer for the final hour. All right, we are back. All right. Still commercial. I was gone for what, a minute? Go back up here.
Ribs, meat ribs. Endless ribs, Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
Where's Greg going? I am back. Barry, I've always felt the same way as you, all the time. Up until just recently when the retirement and the comeback and the money and all that, it just soured me. But normally, you know, I was fine with Taker. I felt, you know, a guy like Undertaker, you also think, I look at Undertaker in the same way that I looked at Andre the Giant, as far as his, like, status in the locker room and how he's viewed by his peers and the audience and the company and the world and all that. And I feel a guy like The Undertaker, with everything that he's done and everything that he's given, has the right to wrestle until he dies, if that's what he so chooses. But then he retired. And he did the symbolic thing and the whole deal, and then he was like, well, there's more money to be made. I guess I'll come back. You know, I would have just rather him not retired and just wrestled till he died. I just think the retirement really gave me a sour taste in my mouth because they gave him a WrestleMania match, main event, with 2 titles being defended on the same show. The main event is yours. You've earned it. This is your final match. We want to give you this moment in front of everyone, and the whole deal, you know? And I just think he pulled a Ric Flair. He just came back and it was fucked up. Put yourself in his shoes. Got a bunch of money to be made by making some Saudi Arabia trips and having a couple matches. Can't fault the guy for saying no, but still, you have to be fair about things. You know, we used to criticize wrestlers in the 90s and other wrestlers for being greedy, doing it for the money, hanging around too long. You know, that applies to everyone. Especially when Undertaker's done interviews saying he doesn't want to hang around too long, and then he hangs around too long. Hypocritical bastard. Yeah, Triple H versus Orton. That Triple H versus Orton reminds me of Triple H and Cena, right? They did the Saudi Arabia match with Triple H and Cena, which was, when you watch the match, was literally a walkthrough. It was an exhibition. The guys barely took any bumps. And I think Orton and Triple H is going to be the same thing. I mean, when are we ever going to see those two in the ring again? You know? I suppose they could still do an angle on TV with them one last time, but I don't think we need to see it. Oh, Lars Sullivan exclusive interview tomorrow night on SmackDown. And he was on Raw tonight. My God. Oh shit, Seth's in the ring? Are they really doing Taker in the main event? If they're going to do this Brock shit now? Well, okay. All right, we'll see if he's going to actually do this. Oh, here he comes now. I just don't feel it. What are we going to see here, y'all? He's not coming out. I bet Corbin's coming out. How much you want to bet it's going to be Corbin? Corbin's music's going to start playing, I bet. Yeah, you better be careful. I think Corbin's going to come out first and stir some shit.
Lesnar's playing games. I'm sick of it, and everyone here is sick of it. So let me speak directly to you, Brock Lesnar.
You're not speaking to him. You're speaking to me.
You used to be
You're looking right at me.
feared men on planet Earth. Used to be. And now, you're just a shell of that. So, if there is any shred of the beast left in you, then I dare you to come out here and keep your promise. I dare you to come out here and cash in that contract right here, right now.
Mike Witt, thanks for that, brother. I'll talk about that in a second. Here's Corbin. We knew we'd see him. Thanks for the $5, dude. Greg, I would love to see you do a video on the old AWA as Corbin comes down to the ring here to interrupt Seth. Loved it as a kid. It was the first promotion I ever watched. Memories. It was one of the first promotions I ever watched, too. I'll talk about it more in a minute. Let's see what Fuckboy has to say. Now, you had to know Corbin was coming out. I didn't jinx anyone. You could see that one coming yesterday. I like Seth not taking shit from anyone. He's like, you're not going to beat me, you punk. I like his attitude. WWE is dying. Well, they got $1 billion from Fox, USA, and Saudi Arabia. I don't think they're dying. You get $3 billion. You're living. All right, Seth, you need to run Corbin off. I do not want to see you get injured here. You know what? If I would do it, if I was Seth, this would be so much fun too. If I was Seth while I was attacking Corbin here, I'd fake a knee injury. Oh, here comes Brock. And I'd lay in the ring all wobbly like. Brock comes out to cash in, and then you fucking play possum and beat him. Oh, there's Corbin with a deep six. Well, I don't think one deep six is going to be enough to have Brock come out and take advantage of that. So just more teases. Brock's music played twice. That's probably the end of it. He didn't cash in, and there we go. Oh, now he's coming. He is here. I just think it's one deep six. He didn't even get any offense in. You're fine, Seth. At WrestleMania, didn't Brock jump Seth Rollins and beat the fuck out of him for 5 minutes before the match started? Corbin hit him with one move. And he's got a chair, too. Oh, my gosh. Oh, dick kick. Oh, that's kind of ironic. Oh, my God. Is he going to beat him up with a chair now, too? Now I'm feeling like it could still happen. The referee's there. Heyman's got the briefcase. Lesnar's mangling Rollins, as Corey says, with the chair. German halfway across the ring. Shirts off. Not now, he said. This is the same thing that happened at WrestleMania, right? Roman got his ass kicked later. Is that out of the question to see him come out? He did give Brock a look on the Titantron when they showed him. F5 on the floor. And we are right at the top of the hour here, guys. You notice the Money in the Bank is not a boombox tonight. It's just a regular Money in the Bank. That's weird. Did they forget the boombox? So what's the deal here? Lesnar doesn't want to cash in. He just wants to beat the shit.
This is brilliant.
This is the closest thing we've had to it. Brock Lesnar is in full wrestling gear. Damn. I mean, you would think here if he cashes in, he's winning, right? Seth's back is bleeding. So Brock is still not... Heyman is pleading with him to cash in the briefcase, but he's not doing it. Why wouldn't you just become champion now? So Brock's saying no. Friday. Well, Brock, this just means you're stupid. Because why would you not cash it in now? All you gotta do is roll him over and pin him. Belt is yours. Alright, well, no cash in, as predicted. No official match for Brock tonight on Raw, and no official match for Brock on Friday either. That made absolutely no sense. The belt belongs to Brock Lesnar right now if he cashes in the briefcase. Oh, now he's going back? He's not going to do it. He's just going to beat him with it. Just going to F5 him on the briefcase, right? Or smack him. Ow. I guess that's why it's not the boombox. This really does make 0 sense.
Rollins can't even defend himself.
Tweeting something. What did you do? And now they're bringing out the stretcher to carry away Seth? I just put on Twitter, Brock Lesnar has cashed in his I'm a Moron briefcase. Because why the fuck would you not cash in right here? You know how stupid that is? He's like, Friday. Yes, of course, let's fly halfway across the world and cash it in over there instead of right here in Austin. Where I can leave and just go to Waffle House after my title victory. There ain't no Waffle Houses in Jeddah.
This is how it went down. Brock Lesnar had promised all night that he was going to cash in his Money in the Bank contract, and that was a very symbolic low blow. Because remember, the reason Seth Rollins is Universal Champion today is because of low blows he delivered to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And Lesnar obviously did not forget about that as he delivered a low blow followed by an F5 and then numerous chairs to the spine by the Beast.
Oh, was Finley out there? I didn't see him. Is he out there helping Seth? That's a lot of saliva, Brock. Too much. Or now, and you can take Friday off, Brock. Right? Like in storyline, there's nothing forcing Brock to go to Saudi Arabia. In storyline, Brock is making it sound like he wants to go over there. So if I was him, I'd win the belt right here and take the week off. And sit at home. Bang Sable. They can go to Jeddah. It making no sense. Well, many of us were kind of expecting this. When I did the Twitter poll the other day, everybody said that that's not going to happen, and I agreed with them, and I knew it wasn't.
That's your basic three-point turn.
If you say so.
Not with the show coming this Friday. You knew this was all a setup for that.
What T-Shirt isn't telling you is that Snapshot rewards safe drivers with discounts on car insurance.
What?
I'm done with this.
I hope not. I do not. Could you imagine if Brock Lesnar wins 2 Universal titles in Saudi Arabia? No way, man. And if he does cash in, this would be a good opportunity for a swerve. He's put all his time and energy into beating the hell out of Seth. Maybe he turns the tables and cashes in on Kofi. But it seems like he set Seth up. He's put him in a horrible disadvantage in his title match with Corbin. And assuming he beats Corbin, he's going to be pretty destroyed, already being less than 100%, then having to win a match, and Brock's going to go out there and cash in on that. But I hope something happens. I hope Roman shows up, or I hope Seth gets some help, or they do something else to where no titles change hands at all in Saudi Arabia. That's what I would prefer.
Good. You look like you could still be playing. That's what I said.
WWE said Brock would cash in tonight on Raw. Well, WWE lied. Imagine that.
If you're a guy over 40, text 321 and enter the word ABLE to get a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix is a unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to
Man, I'll tell you what, all the women are lucky. They get to chill out here. Or at least for a couple days. Because I'm guessing after SmackDown, they're not going to have to be back on the road until Sunday for the live event. WWE, I hope they kick back a few bucks of this Saudi money to all these women that can't go. Although, if I was a female wrestler, I'd be happy that Saudi Arabia is a fucked up place because it means I don't have to go. I wouldn't be offended. I'm like, fuck them. I don't want to go there anyway.
It's not just me you're gonna have to answer to.
Tell you what, he could still get Brock could still cash in on the in the ambulance or whatever if they're loading poor old Seth in, but I think it's gonna be a Friday thing. I did see that, Vontae. I saw some of the videos of Kofi in Ghana. That was cool. Oh yeah, Mike Witt. Sorry. Let me make sure they're when they cut from commercial here, they're not loading Seth into the ambulance. Sorry, you asked that at a weird time. I was right in the middle of all this shit. Oh, they're just gonna show a replay of it. But no, my memories are like yours, Mike. I have so many memories as a kid watching that stuff because I got some of that programming in Michigan where I lived. And I still really like going back and watching it today. I've even mentioned before that anytime I watch the AWA footage, I always watch it in the winter. I don't know why. It's just like a wintertime thing that I do. Early 80s Nick Bockwinkel shit. Like, I love it. Back when Mean Gene was still there and stuff. Mad Dog Vachon and Baron Von Raschke and Vern and Bockwinkel and Brunzell and Gagne, Hogan. Friday. I guess that's Brock's favorite movie. Oh, look at Becky walking with Seth. Becky's like, damn it, I had planned to rock his world tonight. Oh man, if Brock is in this ambulance like Stone Cold was with Bret Hart, I will mark out. I told you we're going straight to hell, remember? Is anybody in the driver's seat? Finley, I'm liking the beard, man. I knew they were going to load him into an ambulance. They always have to. Is the ambulance even turned on? It's pitch black in there. They didn't even want to go through the trouble of starting it up. Jamie Noble looks very concerned. Oh man, I hope nobody calls that phone number on the back of the fucking ambulance. There's no doctors in the back with Seth? That was the most unrealistic ambulance load up and drive away I've ever seen. Isn't there normally a doctor in the back there? The ambulance wasn't even turned on. The guy just got in the fucking front and turned it on and started driving. I like the somber tone of the announcers here. You got all three of you are full of shit. Sucks. I hate to have to get my ass kicked and then take a flight to Saudi Arabia. Ouch. It's never easy to move on after seeing a situation like that, but we have to do that now. And we're going to bring you now to something that has taken social media and the WWE Universe. Michael Cole, be quiet. Firefly Funhouse. Oh, Funhouse time. Good.
The following is a very special episode of Firefly Funhouse.
Today I have something super serious to talk to you about.
Wyatt Jim. Hey, Wyatt looks pretty good.
When it comes to mind, body, and spirit, to be at your best, you gotta look good and feel good.
So now Wyatt's doing some yoga, or aerobicizing.
It's my friend Huskus the Big Boy.
Fanny pack, I'm liking it.
You can see he doesn't take very
The pig's name is Huskus. Like Husky Harris?
But one day, you could be great. One day, people are gonna tell you that you're a genius. They're gonna say you have the whole world in your hands.
I miss those old school TVs. This is so bizarre.
Really?
We got a new character, this creepy ass pig with shit on his face. Who's that, Vince?
The both of you better get your act together, or you're wowie wowie. Hold on, boss.
It's Vince the Devil.
Let's get his act together. Trust me, and I know the perfect way to start. Hit it.
What the fuck? Am I on shrooms? Oh my god. I'm scared, y'all. What the fuck is going on? I can't. Not. I'm deceased. I need a beer. I don't know what this means. I've never been more confused. Y'all, I gotta confess, I'm not gonna be able to sleep alone in my house tonight. Will one of y'all come stay with me? How am I supposed to sleep after that? Oh, Triple H, you'll help. Oh man, a face-to-face with Randy Orton? I don't give a shit. I feel violated. I do too. Shane McKeever, thanks for the $2, dude. I'm confused too. That was the most weird of all of them. And that's saying a lot, because they've been weird as shit. But I did not expect that turn to be taken. It's gone from Mr. Rogers to Saw to fucking... what's her name? Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical. He's got the 90s typical workout wrestler gear. Baggy-ass pants, fanny pack, Gold's Gym tank top. Circa 1995. Devil Vince showing up. Little horns on his head. Some sort of weird, trippy ass dance number. Damn, we might get... Dude, I don't know. We might wind up getting a Firefly Funhouse segment with the Boogeyman showing up. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. Is this supposed to be some weird-ass puzzle? I'm flat-out terrified. That was the scariest thing I saw. That was scarier than the scary mask. Bray Wyatt doing aerobics? I'll take the scary mask over that any day. Yeah, Harry, Taker's here. I'm guessing we're seeing him in the main event. Because we're getting Randy Orton and Triple H up next for their bullshit. Face-to-face, and then we're going to get a long-ass Undertaker promo. We may not get another match. Well, I think we will. We'll get one more.
I think I might buy it.
Well, you can always bring it back within 7 days for a full refund for any reason.
Like if I become allergic to yellow?
Sure. Or my
How wheezy? I don't have to imagine it.
That is good to know because Reggie is very opinionated. I'm sure he is.
We're sticking to what we know best. Pancakes. Pancakes with all natural black egg is and wow, we even have a pancake with a pancake in it.
Try one with unlimited fries, starting at $6.99.
But where are they going with a hot Firefly Funhouse segment? You're asking me?
Liberty Mutual customizes your card.
I don't know.
So you only pay for what
They even going to goddamn Disneyland. I don't know what they're doing.
What's up with your partner?
I can't make sense of any of this stuff. I don't know what the hell it's going to mean when Bray finally gets in the ring and starts wrestling.
Because no two people are
He's got a lot of characters with him. He's got that rabbit that was torn apart, that creepy-ass sister, the weird Waylon Mercy dinosaur thing, and now he's got the Huskus, the shit-eating pig. Huskus, like Husky Harris, his original gimmick when he was in Nexus. Wow. Throwback to that. Waylon Mercy tie-in with the buzzard. And now he's got Devil Vince with full-on mushroom aerobics. So this is a new Chucky, huh? This is like a modern-day Child's Play? I remember renting that movie in the video store.
Don't try and put it in his drink. Proper number 12, Irish whiskey. Sean Dan. Right now, KFC.
Oh yeah, Ricochet versus Cesaro, thank you.
For only $6. This tasty bear, $6. This tasty bear, $6. $11.95 for these. I'm just mashing your taters. $6.
There's mashing my taters.
Only $6 at KFC.
I'm not sure if I would eat a KFC pot pie. Sounds horrible. All right, Austin. I flew with a whole bunch of Texas Longhorns one year when I was still living on the East Coast, and I would fly out here for Christmas to see my family every year. And I would always stop in Dallas, Fort Worth on my way here. And one year on my layover, I got on the plane with a whole bunch of Longhorns. I think they were out here for a bowl game. Or they might have been going to the Rose Bowl. I don't know. I was on the same plane as a bunch of them. They all had their orange shit on. They're all huge.
We go from bad for the big dog to worse. In the hands of Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, the revival would deliver a shatter machine to Roman Reigns at the behest of Shane O'Mac. And then Shane McMahon would hold Roman up for another Claymore.
Well, they pointless reboot everything. I'm actually surprised it took this long to do a Chucky reboot. You know what I want to see? I want to see a never-ending story reboot. Actually, I might not want to see that because that 80s movie is tough to recapture that magic, but I think that one's like kind of long overdue too. You know, like to do it real and like do it good and keep it as close to the movie as possible. Roman Reigns and Shane. Please don't run through the whole card. Thank you. God. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Best in the world at what? All right, here comes Triple H. We're getting him and Randy Orton. They just did the Evolution reunion a few months back. Who do y'all think wins this? Triple H or Randy Orton? It does not matter. No matter which guy wins, I literally don't care. But who do y'all think wins? I don't think it's even worth debating who should win. Doesn't matter. But who do you think is going to win? Triple H put over Batista at WrestleMania. He's going to put over Orton in Saudi. I would say he kind of has to. Randy Orton is still on the roster wrestling, having feuds. He should be winning, really, but if he loses, who cares? Do we even need to listen to this promo? Y'all want to do something else instead? While Triple H is taking in the NXT chance, which I do like, make sure you smash that thumbs up for me and subscribe if you want to hang out here and watch Monday Night Raw with me every week. Oh, good. No promo. Randy Orton's already here. Wonderful. Is it 2009? You know what I just thought of the other day? I was watching some footage of Randy Orton and Triple H's feud from back in the day when he punted like Vince and Stephanie. And then it hit me. I don't know why it took me 10 years to think of this. He's not punting anybody. He's just kicking him. A punt is like, you know, punting. I don't know why we call it a punt. I guess because it sounds good. But it's not a punt. It's a field goal kick. He's field goaling Stephanie. That sounds dirty. But I don't know why we call this kick a punt when it's not a punt. It's a kick. Anyway, I thought I'd bring that up 10 years later, since it's relevant. Oh yeah, shit. I'm sorry. My bad. Batista beat Triple H. That's right. That's the whole point of Batista coming back, so he can put over Triple H. I actually forgot about that. It's so funny when you think about a match like that, you just assume that the returning dude won, but he didn't. Triple H beat fucking Batista and Sting. Yeah, sorry. Short-term memory, y'all. I have sacrificed it. AEW is better than WWE? Well, if AEW is not better than NXT, how can they be better than WWE? Harsh. We all love AEW here. This is a very, very AEW, pro AEW chat. We all love the promotion. We're just not crazy. Like you might be. I want a field goal, Steph. I knew that would lead to something. I don't know why it sounds dirty, it just does. No words have been spoken, by the way. They're just looking at each other. As Bobby Heenan would say, two ugly people looking at each other. Hasn't been that long, dude. You were in the ring at SmackDown 1000.
It's about drumming up interest in a fight. People come out here, the hope is they'll say some horrible stuff about each other. Maybe even physicality will break out.
Physicality? No.
Try to drum up some interest, but the truth is, Randy, everything we've been through 20 years, right? Nothing you're gonna say, nothing I'm gonna say, we haven't already said before. So I'm not gonna waste your time, I'm not gonna waste theirs. I'm just gonna say one simple thing to you. It's been a while since we've stood here and looked at each other.
No, it hasn't, Triple H. It has not been a while.
I am coming to Jeddah to kick your ass.
No, you're not. You're coming to Jeddah for other reasons. You're just going to have an exhibition match with Randy Orton.
That sounds good to me, Hunter, but check it out. I need you to understand one thing. I am not Batista. And the legend killer, and now you know that better than most. Now I would gladly beat you this Friday at the Super Showdown, and gladly put another notch on my belt.
I've never had any notches on my belt.
Fair enough. You know, Randy, it's interesting to me the last couple of weeks as I watched the recap videos of everything we've been through. 20 years. What we've done to each
It has not been 20 years, Triple H.
But there's one
20 years ago, you were farting around with a Big Show on TV.
something that I said that rang true.
Hell, in a couple months, it'll be Triple H's. I got to write that one down for this day in history. Triple H's first ever world title win. Day after SummerSlam 99.
I am not
20 years ago.
smoke. But I can tell you this,
Welcome from India.
in this ring.
Thanks for joining us.
And I mean that. The best ever. Just like I said you would. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people have tried to put me down. They're all gone. And I'm still here. And Randy, trust me when I tell you, you are not the one.
Well, I guess that's close. You're right. It was like 2003 and stuff when they got together. So yeah, close to 20 years.
Hold on. Real quick, before you go. Can you promise me something? Can you promise me that Friday before you step into that ring with me, that you retrieve your balls from Stephanie's purse?
It's funny, that close-up of Randy Orton's head, I think I can see the scar that Brock Lesnar gave to him from that SummerSlam match that year. So apparently Triple H placed his balls into Stephanie's purse. I don't know why he would do that. I like to keep mine with me. At all times. It's just easier that way. Not looking around for him. Where did I put my balls, you know?
That is a hell of an idea. It really is. I think I'll do just that. You know, it really... They're just so big. And it's such a burden carrying them around, Randy.
Well, you need to try, Triple H.
I don't know. I'll check and see. Maybe I can fit him in my carry-on bag and stick him in the overhead. I don't know. I'll see. I mean, it's hard. It really, truly is a burden.
Do you know how bad that would hurt, Triple H, if you could not fit your balls into the overhead bin and then you're punching them in there? Oh my god, ow. Oh, I missed that. What did he say? What sort of insult? Well, Triple H hit back with something. I was sorry I talked over that. Didn't hear what he said. Whatever. The Undertaker.
Baron, excuse me. Can I get your reaction to what happened to your opponent?
What's going on, Charlie? I haven't seen you all night.
I mean, you saw what happened.
Where you been, Caruso?
Seth Rollins left in an ambulance, and well, it's got me pretty shaken up. So I need to get out of here. So I can celebrate. I mean, Brock Lesnar did me a favor. Seth Rollins probably has 6, maybe 7 cracked ribs.
Brock Lesnar did you a favor. Why don't you do us a favor and take your stupid necklace off? You look like a fool.
So I got a message for the WWE Universe. You're looking at your new, next Universal Champion.
I am? I'm looking at the next Universal Champion? Charlie Caruso is going to be the next Universal Champion? I don't know if I agree with that, but it's better than you. Alright, here comes Cesaro and Rico Chet. Rubber match. Winner gets a rubber. I don't know. I actually like Ricochet's theme song. It's pretty good. Oh, Taker's definitely the main event. At this point, he would be. Taker is the top of the hour guy. So we are either going to see him at the top of the first, second, or third hour. How bad is this match with Undertaker and fucking Goldberg gonna be? It's gonna be so fucking bad. I mean, fucking Orange Cassidy is gonna be more believable than this shit, man.
If you are sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself, nachos are now a meal. With your choice of double the seasoned beef.
Yeah, WWE's got a secret weapon in their war with All Elite Wrestling. It's Baron Corbin. Put the belt on him, instant ratings.
Flavors of home.
I'm one of the very rare, Bubbinator, I'm one of the very rare non-Top Gun fans. When I was a kid, all my friends were huge fangirls of that movie. I mean, they went on and on about it. And I watched it, I've seen it a couple times, but I don't put it on my list. I didn't want to be those guys. I think Tom Cruise is a fucking weirdo. I've always thought Val Kilmer was kind of one too. You know what I like, to be honest with you? I liked Hot Shots more than Top Gun. With Charlie Sheen, but it was never a big Top Gun movie. I know it's quotable. I didn't like any of the quotes. I thought they were all lame. Get the need for speed. I'll get the fuck out of here. I'm just I'm one of the only people that does not like the movie. Everybody else that's an 80s kid like myself, what I'm saying is sacrilege, but I don't care. I think the movie sucks.
What do you think it is? I'm thinking zombies. What? You know, ghouls.
Bill Murray. My favorite.
These cops need all the help they can get.
Dear Lord in heaven, help us. Oh, that's bad.
Welcome to my world, Tom.
Excuse me. Yuck.
Don't die.
The dead don't die. Well, Bill Murray's in it. I'll be willing to see it.
Eggs low. The original pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Goonies was good. I like Goonies.
Crispier, buttery crust. It's the original, and it's bigger than the other guys. Now for a limited time, get it on the $7.99
I think that was filmed out in like Oregon somewhere. Definitely Pacific Northwest.
If you or a loved one used dual-sided combat arms earplugs during duty between 2003 and 2015 and then suffered from tinnitus, ringing in ears, partial or total hearing loss, ruptured eardrum, you may be entitled to financial compensation. These earplugs will expose thousands of U.S.
Barry, imagine if Taker and Goldberg is the best match of the show. Let me imagine that. Nope, can't imagine it. If it is, it's not going to be a tribute to Goldberg and Taker. It's going to be like what WTF moment to the rest of the talent. How in the world can none of you fools put on a better match than these two 95-year-old fucks? Ricochet's on the damn card. Is he? Maybe he's not. But I'm glad that I'm working. I'm glad that I'm not going to actually be home. It worked out perfectly. I'm always home during the day, but this one particular Friday, this week, I'm actually needed earlier on in the day for some stuff. So I'm going to miss the whole show, and I'll come home and just read the results, which will be much easier.
No unnecessary violence.
This town will drive her back where she
Well, Goonies and Sandlot's a few years apart, too. Like, for an 80s kid, Goonies was great, and 90s kid, Sandlot. I like the Sandlot, too, though. Sandlot's good. Last week, Raw was the most social show on all of TV, beating The Bachelorette on ABC, MLB Baseball on ESPN, and the Stanley Cup Final on NBC. Well, good for you.
Ricochet is set for a one-on-one action tonight's big matchup against Cesaro.
Got a rubber match on our hands.
I mean, Cesaro's kind of like got a little mini repackage here going on, so is he he's gonna lose his first rubber match? Kind of an interesting new kind of Matrix-y type of theme for him.
Cesaro had a message for Ricochet earlier tonight. It was short and sweet. He said, Ricochet, you're a great talent, but you're naive to think you'll ever beat me again.
Hard to argue that fact. Cesaro, one of the most revered superstars.
Where's Sami Zayn tonight? Is he coming out?
To test your mettle against it. I think it's exactly why Ricochet has put this target on Cesaro.
Maybe they're not having Sammy on the show since he's not going to Saudi.
Cesaro was humiliated.
Might as well keep him off. Probably smart.
Cesaro realizes. Excuse me, Corey. A matchup tonight presented by Liberty Mutual. Only pay for what you need.
Oh, that's right. Aren't they doing a battle royal again? I was about to say, man, if I'm not booked for this Saudi card, I want to stay home.
Shoulder tackle by Cesaro.
All right, as Ricochet and Cesaro start their match here, I'll answer the super chat from Mike Witt. Another one, dude. Thanks again, man. You've been awesome tonight. Watched Kennel from Hell match. Dude, I was there. On the network, the worst match of all time. Yep. Best 80s movie, Caddyshack is mine. I love that movie. And Porky's I was never a huge fan of, but as a kid, or as a young kid, I remember getting my hands on it and watching the nudie scenes and shit. But Caddyshack is fucking great. Love Caddyshack. But dude, brother, I was at Kennel from Hell, Unforgiven, 20 years ago. Oh, I got to do this day in history on that. I was there in Charlotte. That was an interesting night. That was the same night that I was involved in that crazy automobile accident with Chris Jericho and Edge and Christian on the way to Raw in Greensboro the next night. We were heading the same direction as them. 18-wheeler tips over. Fucking carnage everywhere. They pull off to help. We hang out with them. It was fucking great, man. And when we got to Greensboro in the same hotel as them. And they pulled over to help everybody out, made sure everybody was good. They didn't even want to leave. They had like a minivan, which was weird to see them jump out of a minivan. And they literally sat there and like did not leave the scene until everybody that was involved like was taken care of, had rides home. They offered us rides to the hotel, but we were fine. I should have pretended that my car was fucked up, but I was driving and my car was fine. We pulled over to help like everybody else. And they were cool. But yeah, that was the same night. Oh, that was a terrible looking Hurricane Run. But yeah, Mike, man, that Kennel from Hell match. And it was even worse in the crowd because you heard the dogs barking the whole time. That's all I remember is like the barking dogs. It was hard to tell what was going on in the ring because you had two cages in front of you. Sucks for the ring crew that night. They had to put up the... That's probably one of the last times that I think that might be, actually. No, it's ironic. We'll have to do some fact-checking on this. But as I think about it, I believe that that was the last time ever we saw the blue bar cage. Imagine that. That's the last match that we saw it in. I don't think they brought it back. We saw it at St. Valentine's Massacre, but it was black. It was painted black, but it was the same cage. But the blue one was used in the Kennel from Hell, and I'm pretty sure we never saw it again after that. It was mesh cage from there on out, and always has been. Unless I'm forgetting a match you guys can tell me about. I think Kennel from Hell was the last ever blue bar cage match. And I saw it live. Same year, I was also at WrestleMania 15, last appearance ever of Gorilla Monsoon.
Sometimes the smallest gestures can be the most refreshing. Give extra, get extra with new Extra Refreshers Go.
We moved out. We left it all behind. Our friends, our family.
Our friends?
Reliable internet connection.
I'm sorry there, honey.
Wi-Fi. It's just
I used to get Wi-Fi in the pool, and now I can't get it in the pool. I gotta float there like a non-Wi-Fi having bastard.
steady to Xfinity X5 next time we visit.
Xfinity X5 gives you the speed, coverage, and control you need to live your best life away from or with your parents. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is X5.
Yeah, Todd, I wasn't even involved in the car crash. It all happened right in front of us. We were the first ones on the scene, and I got to give my props to my buddy. I talk about him all the time. He's still a referee to this day in the NWA, and him and I traveled together all the time to wrestling shows. And he travels a lot for his job, so he is always on the road. He knows every road and every highway in the entire Southeast, from Virginia all the way down to like Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. He's a human atlas. So he's always a big help on the road. Most times we didn't even need a map. He knew where he was going. He would just navigate, tell me where to go. And I didn't see it. I was kind of just driving and not noticing what was happening. He noticed it. He saw the 18-wheeler losing control, and he told me, he goes, stop, 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 stop. He goes, slam on your brakes. And he could tell about 5 seconds before that truck tipped over that it was going to tip over. And had I been in the car by myself, I might have been right in that truck's path. You know, but my buddy was smart, and he's on the road so much, and he's seen a lot of shit and seen car accidents and knows stuff. He saw it happening, and he screamed to stop, and he stopped me just in time. That was a crazy night, man. 20 years ago. Jericho literally just signed with the company. He had just come in weeks before, like in August, and this was in September. I welcomed him aboard, shook his hand. Said, I'm so happy to be here and everything. He was so cool. And the plan, I'm going to be going on the Jericho cruise in January. So when I see him, I'm going to be curious if he still remembers that story.
Let's go places. Have you ever tried Popeye's hot honey crunch tenders?
That's literally the only reason I'm here. I mean, you're sweet, but these are sweet and hot.
Well, this is going great. Fall in love with 3 of Popeye's hot honey crunch tenders plus all this for just $5.
And we are back
Ooh, damn. All right, we are back. Couple of bald dudes facing each other. The three of us would make a pretty good faction.
So quick, so adept at maneuvering his body. Good God. A perfect example right there, but I believe it could actually be the rare case.
Harry, Sammy coming out for the main event, and Taker.
You've got somebody
No, I don't see Sammy coming out tonight.
around you. You're just giving him rocket fuel.
Ricochet can come up with a new game plan mid-air.
Ricochet up to the top rope. Cesaro rolls on a hook
Ooh.
and catches it with an uppercut.
I mean, I think it's weird enough that we have Taker on Raw tonight and Goldberg on SmackDown tomorrow. They're going to promote their match by being on separate shows. Which is why I think maybe Undertaker says, Goldberg, if you're going to be on SmackDown tomorrow, then I'm going to be there too, or something. And we might get something on SmackDown tomorrow. Or maybe Goldberg shows up tonight on Raw. But if the main event tonight is Undertaker coming out there and cutting a 10-minute promo, I'm going to throw up. Again. Damn. There is a whole lot of strong athletic talent in this fucking ring right now. And I'm not just talking about Nicholas's dad. I'm talking about Cesaro and Ricochet. They're pretty good too.
Ricochet, not just a high flyer, he's ready to throw him down.
Cesaro in there with a true talented Ricochet and a really important matchup. Ricochet, look at the core strength of Ricochet. Breathtaking offense from Ricochet. Looks to turn it around with the power again.
Damn, Cesaro is so strong. Look at this shit. I'd like to see Cesaro and Ricochet have a match in NXT. I'm gonna tweet that. give me a Cesaro Ricochet match on a takeover. How do you spell Ricochet? Oh yeah.
Cesaro's closing in on a victory here. Warming it up. There's the uppercut. Down goes Ricochet. Ricochet might be out by Cesaro for the victory and a kick out by Ricochet. This is where Cesaro needs to stay the course. Usually void of emotion. Cesaro. Oh. Get another look at that thunderous uppercut that nearly picked up the decisive win. Cesaro, you'll never beat me.
Ooh, you'll never beat me.
Trying to shut up Cesaro. Cesaro's rocked.
Now, sorry to hear about that horrible story you got there. No, I personally have never had to call the cops on anybody, but I would do it but I've just never been in that situation where I've had to. If I come across some fucker, I'll call the cops on him, but I've never had to. I'm the type of guy where if my neighbor's having a party, I'm not calling the cops on them. I'm going to the party, so. Oh, Ricochet won the rubber match. Got him with a roll-up, though. Oh, Cesaro attacked him after. All right. Yeah, you're right. He's not going to do a 10-minute promo. He's going to do a 1-minute promo. You are right. Oh, we got a ladder coming out? We're going to get a ladder match? None of you fuckers have a belt, so what are you going to put up there? Oh, a table. Okay. Table's better. R-Truth is under the ring. That's cool. That's hilarious. That's actually really funny. I said that. I had said just the other day that he should hide under the ring all night. He must have gone out there when they had the lights out. Has he been in there all night long? By the way he's walking, he's been under there all night long. He's an old man. He's like, I'm not even loose, man. Oh shit, here they all come. No, R-Truth, you're screwed now. Oh, here comes Cedric. Took them all. I think Truth got away. Oh Lord, Drake Maverick. Carmella super kicked Maverick. Has Carmella ever been on Raw? I don't know if I've ever seen Carmella on Raw before. I mean, aside from this bullshit. Bobby Roode, jobber title, going after it. Come on, R-Truth. I want him to be the Bruno Sammartino of the hardcore division. All right, Taker up next. After the commercial break, after the 9.5 years it takes him to walk down to the ring, we got a 1-minute promo heading our way, y'all. Can't wait. Yeah, I can smell Carmella taking that belt too. I think it's likely at some point. Maybe just for like a 1.5 minutes. All right. Well, I don't get as many subs as I used to on my Raw reactions, but it would be really cool if we could get to 27,000 tonight. We a ways off, though. We need like 100 more. But make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Because it's fun here. This is a good place to be. There's worse places to be.
Choose a favorite, like lasagna, or all new pasta bowls, like shrimp scampi, paired with unlimited super salad.
Virgil, you watching this? They got all sorts of specials going on at Olive Garden. So this dude in the CarMax commercial, the bald-headed guy, he was on one of the late seasons of one of my favorite shows, Weeds, on Showtime back in the day. He was like the dude in charge of the halfway house that Nancy had to go to. He was much fatter in that. He looks good. He lost some weight. Oh, apparently people do believe, they are saying, yes, I am on mushrooms. I thought I was watching a crazy Bray Wyatt segment, but apparently I've eaten some mushrooms. I don't know where I got them, but as soon as the stream is over, I think I ought to lie down. I love dogs.
If your wireless bill is growing out of control, cut it in half with Straight Talk Wireless. For just $45 a month, get 25 gigs of high-speed data for half the cost with big carriers.
What's going on, Wax 2010? Watching from New Zealand. Thank you. Welcome from New Zealand. What time is it over there?
Perfect daytime drink made with real brewed tea and just a touch of lemon.
Frank Thomas winning the 24/7 title. That'd be cool. I'm cool with it. Like, I think we're going to have at least one non-wrestler win it. Probably more than that. I mean, the old 24/7, didn't a ref win? Didn't Kyoto win or something? One of them won. I don't know what's going on with Mickie James, if she's done wrestling or not. I think she can go a little longer. But I don't know. Krypton. That's just some shit I don't watch. I don't know. I'm not a big sci-fi fan.
My name is too big to start small.
She was the first real major superstar we had.
From the very beginning, I was setting out to do something that no one had ever done.
This is tonight, right? This Ronda Rousey special? The Triple H was good too. I watched the Becky Lynch one. And we got the Ronda Rousey year in WWE. That actually probably will be a pretty good special, 24. I mean, they're all good.
I had this huge opportunity, and I had to succeed, not just for myself, but for all the women that were coming.
I mean, she had a solid year there. I mean, she really did. I was a Ronda supporter. I thought Ronda held her own, translated well into wrestling. I miss her. I wish she was still there. I'm hoping she comes back after she shits out a couple babies.
On WWE Network. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
It's free for new subscribers, y'all. In case you didn't know. All right, Undertaker coming out at 5 minutes till the top of the hour. You better hurry, boy. Can you get one of them things, people movers, or one of those things you stand on? Segway. That's what you need. Undertaker rolling out there on a Segway. I mean, I hope USA Network gives him like another minute. I mean, he literally has time to say rest in peace. What's going on, Taker? It'd be cool if Goldberg just came out and speared him on the stage. Wouldn't that be cool? That's what I would do if I was Goldberg. Because if you think Undertaker's going to win on Friday, I'd have Goldberg come out here right here, spear him on the stage as the show goes off the air, then talk shit about him tomorrow night on SmackDown, and then have Undertaker beat him on Friday. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think WWE wants to give the fans the Undertaker entrance experience. I mean, as much as I have a problem with Undertaker unretiring and kind of coming back for greed, you know, more or less, as much as that bothers me, I will say this. Since he's back now, he might as well stick around until next year and wrestle 30 years in the company. Because he debuted in 1990. I think he should have a true retirement match a year and a half from now at Survivor Series 2020. And finally fucking have it. Because he already did his WrestleMania retirement. They're not going to do that again. So finally stick around and do this shit. Wrestle 3 more matches over the next 18 months. And then at Survivor Series 2010, wherever that show is, he finally retires. 30 years to the day, or 30 years to the event. And it would be cool if it matched up on a Sunday and they could do it on the actual day. The Undertaker's entrance. Let's go to 2020. Yeah, so Survivor Series in 2020 will probably be on November 22nd or 15th, which is not the anniversary of his debut, but still, I think it would be cool. So at this point, they might as well do that. With 3 minutes left, actually 2 minutes, excuse me, left in Monday Night Raw, and Undertaker is finally in the ring. Undertaker's going to forget his lines. What's he going to say? Rest in line? Line? Oh, peace. That's how it's going to go, right? Undertaker, you are a legend. I'll never take that away from you. You're just a greedy legend. I can't believe after he shaved himself bald, he managed to grow his hair completely long again like that.
Do you ever wonder what happens when you become face to face with death for the very first time?
I think you only come face to face with death for the very first time all the time. You don't die twice. Maybe you do. No, I don't choke on the stench of the souls that are already gone, Undertaker. I'm fine. Oh, good.
But when I stand across the ring for the very first time, I don't want Goldberg, the family man, smiling as his wife and son look up beaming with joy. No, I want the unstoppable, mythical icon Goldberg.
Okay, if you can rewind 21 years, I'm down, Undertaker, but come on.
I promise you this, if you bring anything less, the first match will be your last.
Your first match is probably going to be his last anyway.
Open the gates of hell and unleash an inhuman
Top of the hour, we're going off air. Are they going to cut him off?
for which you have never felt. When the Reaper beckons, you answer his call.
It's funny going right from an Undertaker promo. Oh, there's the watermark. Are they not screaming at him saying, wrap it up?
Goldberg,
Rest in peace.
you're next.
Oh, you're next. Okay. Whew. And it went off exactly when he said you're next. That was completely stupid. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. Not a good Monday Night Raw tonight. I give it a thumbs down. I don't give a rat's ass about Super Showdown. Undertaker came out there and said absolutely nothing. Triple H and Randy Orton had an okay promo only because they each dropped a couple of bombs on each other. Matches were whatever. Brock Lesnar's cash-in was a big pile of shit like we knew it would be. He's claiming he's going to cash in on Friday now because he softened up Seth tonight. But the only briefcase that Brock cashed in tonight was his I'm a Moron briefcase because he had Seth right there. The Universal title was his, and he chose not to take it, which makes me think that he's not going to win it in Saudi Arabia either. And I don't think he might not cash in there either. He might just be saying Friday, but who's to say when we get to Saudi Arabia he does a cash in? I think after what we saw Brock do tonight, he actually doesn't cash in on Friday. It's either a failed cash in or it's a tease cash in and he doesn't cash in at all and he keeps the briefcase beyond Saudi Arabia, which I think is likely. But the rest of Monday Night Raw tonight, who cares? Yeah, well, they cut off the dead man. I mean, there's no overrun anymore. That's gone. USA said, no mas. You got 3 hours of this shit. If you can't end on time, then it's not our fault. And I'm glad there's not an overrun. The overrun used to drive me crazy. At least now you know when the show's going to end. Scott Moss, thanks for the buck, dude. I appreciate it. Razor Demon gives the Raw 1 out of 10. Lisa gives it a 1.5. But an 8.5 for my hosting company. Well, thank you. Yeah, I know. Tonight was a little rough. I remember the SummerSlam 92 entrance. He came in on the hearse. That was cool. Roderick, thanks for the buck, dude. I appreciate it. Hearing that Rollins doesn't want to work Showdown, well, Rollins ain't got no choice. Unless this was a way, if he's loaded on the ambulance, maybe he can't make the match now. Maybe that's what they did tonight. That's possible. Yeah, I used to like the Overrun, Jamie, back in the day. The Overrun was fantastic because it was an awesome Monday Night Raw. Main event was off the hook. You didn't want it to end. Now, Monday Night Raw, you definitely want it to end. After 3 hours, we don't need another 10 minutes. You know, just end the fucking shit. Where is the meat, babe? But anyway, I appreciate everybody hanging out here tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here now. I got shit to do, dinner to cook, and all of that. As far as what you're gonna get from me this week, I don't know if you're gonna get a This Day in History from me actually on Friday. But not a Super Showdown review because I'm going to be at work during Super Showdown. I've got plans Friday night, so I will not be doing a review after. If anything, I'll come up here on Saturday maybe for a brief afternoon live stream, and I'll talk about whatever happened on the show, if there's any title changes, cash-ins, shit like that. Aside from that, maybe I can come up here and get you guys something, a mic drop or something this week, but I'm still working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and, you know, all that's still taking place. So Before I get out of here, though, Scott Moss, thanks for the $1.99. How will they do a 50-man battle royal? 3 rings? No, I think they're going to do it in 1 ring. It is going to be a clusterfuck. I don't think they're going to set up 3 rings in Saudi Arabia, so I don't know. But that's right, the 50-man battle royal is also on Friday. Ugh, it's going to be a mess. But make sure you follow me on Twitter. Stay tuned to my Twitter page, @GoodMicWork. I'll do everything I can to tweet and give you guys as much information and opinions on the show as I can while I'm at work. And then I'll try to come up here this weekend and talk about it. So stay tuned, follow, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you soon. Y'all be good. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.